we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, quick little note. Obviously, every DM is different. Um, Not going into this expecting me to DM the same as Dave or for Dave to DM the same as me, so there's going to be a little bit of a discrepancy there. Hopefully, we all still have a good time. Um, I will make hard rulings in the moment if we need to, but for the most part, I do also try and be loose and open to communication. If you have something that you specifically want to do, I will try my best to work with you. So, for the most part, kind of the same. But, okay. Let's just get this going here. Stop this. Okay. Welcome. We come at last to the end. Your bodies are stiff, aching, cold. You find no solace in the embrace of the Farrowwind domain. Trepidation marks your steps, terror chasing your scent like a bloodhound near the end of a hunt that has gone on far too long. Your eyes rest for a moment. They open again. They are sore from the exposure to the scarlet light dripping through the windows of the buildings, glowing from the torches, even dripping from the moon. There is a stillness here now that was not a resident in this place before, and yet one that feels long settled into place. Where kindness grew, hostility has choked out like invasive briars. In the distance, you see a figure, shadowed in red light, with near translucent wings splayed godlike in the open air. They say in writing, a flashback only serves if it reveals something that the reader does not already know. So, let us return back to the beginning to find out what we do not yet know. Let us find out what that means for you and for the Farrowwind domain. The wind is brisk, cold, and alive. You can taste it on your tongue, the dampness of the earth, the cracked wood of the trees. Brasfer, you are more than familiar with this atmosphere. It's where you grew up. It is nostalgia, and it is an almost unnoticed constant. You have been away from this place for a long time now, and your feet are weary from travel. Your mind finds familiar memories like beacons that urge you onwards, towards home. You are walking the path back into the Farrowwind domain. If you would be so kind as to describe Brasfer for us, and at the end of that, maybe give us some insight into what he's thinking right now, what he's coming from, what his emotional state is, anything you'd like.
Brasfer is a pallid elf. He is quite tall compared to those around him. He appears to be his face betrays his age, as he appears quite young, but his eyes are dark and weary, with stress and thought, and there are lines that crease across his forehead by his cheeks. This is a person who contemplates a lot and has seen quite a bit as well. He is dressed in fairly fine clothes, although for traveling it has been traded out for things of a bit more comfort. But the general unwear of his clothing shows either it was something new or kept in very well care. He wears a long cloak for the moment, hood down, ready, it looks like, to be taking off at the end of what appears to have been a long journey. Just the sheer weight of clothing and bags and a trunk that he carries. Tired as he walks. And I believe as he comes back into this space, kind of pushing back long black hair, adjusting his glasses, coming into familiar scenery again. His heart is light, at least, and it helps him step the last of these steps back towards the Fairwind Domain, knowing that he will be able to see the family again. All the faces he hasn't seen in a few days, which now has felt like weeks.
And your mind hovers there as you continue down this path, which every time you walk this path, when you return home, it seems to last forever. It seems to go on and on without end. And you have that thought in your mind now, again. It's taking so long, but it always takes too long to get home. Deandra, you share this familiarity, though you have been away much, much longer. Your newly heightened senses are sharper than normal humanoids, finding the bright notes in the leaves and the oily, sweet scent of insect carapaces as they scuttle through the foliage. You find life in more places than you had before, and you feel more in tune with your surroundings. So, it is odd for you now with these new senses to feel something a bit off in this slightly longer than usual path. In this path that you used to run down as a child, as a teenager, as an adult. If you wouldn't mind describing Deandra for us, and then also giving us some insight into how she's feeling and what she's thinking.
Deandra is half orc, long brown hair. She's got two braids that cascade down in the front, and then one larger one that goes down the back with leaves and vines intertwined within it. She carries with her cloak. She's traveled before. She's used to going out and seeing stuff with the Order. The journey for her feels longer. The scents, the sights, the sounds are different. And she can't tell if it is because it's been so long since she has been back, and she hasn't been back after being gone for so long with her new condition. Are these new scents, does it feel off because she'd never noticed it before? Is it off because it's something wrong? She's anxious to get in to see her family, to put those fears and worries aside and make sure that they're okay. They're okay, she tells herself as she keeps trekking on every new sound, every new smell, the uneasy, creeping feeling that's rising in with her. She is consistently trying to push down and to squash so that she can keep focused and steady. They have to be okay. They will be okay. It's just she's coming back different than when she left. That has to be why she feels uneasy.
And on that note of new senses, Deandra, you hear him before you see him, but you can also tell that the gate that you're hearing through the underbrush and the foliage is comfortable in this place, and that is something that you would recognize. This is not a stranger. Brasfer, you round the corner of the bend in the path and see another figure standing before you, taller, skin that cool shade of green. The two of you recognize each other as you meet on the path, yet you have come from two different directions. You guys have a moment here to kind of interact.
Brasfer.
Miss Eldrith, a pleasure to meet you, or see you.
Yes, it has been a while. Shouldn't you be, inside?
Soon enough, I'll be inside. It's been some time on the road. I'm just getting back in myself.
Oh. If you don't mind me asking, when did you leave?
About how long has it been?
Probably 3 months.
Three dreadfully long months.
I was hoping that it was a short absence of yours.
I as well. Unfortunately, the speakings of those who find themselves important in these other locations can't be quashed. All but with time.
Oh. Wait, you were out on business.
Of course.
Right. Right. Sorry, it's been a trek of my own. Shall we walk together into town?
I would like nothing more.
Great.
As you both fall into step beside one another, both of your senses hear something. Quiet at first, but because it is something abnormal, not quite a bird, not quite an insect, it seems to become louder and more clear as you focus on it. From above, there is a small voice that calls out, "Please, help me." And if your eyes look upward, following the source of this voice, there is no person in the trees, but only what seems to be a slightly curled piece of paper that glows with a gentle green light. It almost seems to use that curl to hold on to a branch about 6 feet up in this tree. And again, it says, "Please, help me."
That's new.
How much longer is the walk into town from here?
It has been long for you. You really guess it should be anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes now. Hopefully.
Are you gonna go get it?
Would you say it's within reach? You said 6 feet.
About 6 feet. How tall are you? You're an elf. You're fairly tall, correct? Or
Yeah. Well, do you mean 6 feet higher than us, or just 6 feet in general?
about 6 feet in general.
Mm.
It's like one of the branches that seems to come off of the side of the tree.
Sure. He eyes it kind of with a wary look, understanding magic in the world isn't necessarily always good, but simple enough. He kind of approaches it and gives it a closer inspection before touching it. You said it was like a scrap of paper?
Yes, it's a scrap of paper.
Words written on it?
It looks like it, but it's kind of like it looks like a piece of parchment that used to be rolled up. So naturally it's got this little like bend loop in it. So you can sort of see what looks like an elegant script on the inside, but you can't quite read it until it were to be unrolled.
His eyes squint and it pinches the skin around his nose. And he just kind of plucks it.
You do have to reach up a little bit and strain, but you can grab it and pull it from the tree. And as you do, looking down at it, it still has this very soft green glow to it. It is a green that is the forest. It is a green that is nature. It is a green that feels like life. It is the new sprouts coming out from under the snow in the spring. And in that elegant script is written, "Don't accept gifts. Use your manners, but do not say thank you."
A reminder for someone, perhaps? Or thoughts? Etiquette, it would appear.
That said, help me?
It says never say thank you and to never accept gifts.
That was brave. I would not have done that. She's gonna
Appreciate the suggestion now.
I told you to grab it. I said I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to look at it. Is it? I mean, not like touch it. But is the glow? I don't really know shit about magic. Does it seem magical in nature? Or like bad?
Tell
You're
me
gonna hear
about
me.
it right now.
Well, as you kind of go to like look at it and you come over, Brassfur, you're holding it in your hand, and the paper pulls suddenly as if it is alive and it struggles against your grasp, like similar to if a gust of wind had come by to pull it away, but it is more centralized, as if this paper is alive. Do you let go or hold on?
Instinctually, he's holding a piece of paper. If something like a gust would go to take it away, he'd pinch his fingers.
Okay. Make me just a strength check. Not saving throw, just a strength check.
Saving throw.
Not a saving throw, just a check.
Brasford does not consider himself a particularly strong person or athletic in the very least. In fact, some might say he is the lack of that. That's a natural 20 or a
Wow.
19.
Okay, okay.
For a 19. All that build up for -1.
So this paper
I've
begins
rested a
to
piece of paper.
If there is anything you are confident in, it is the importance of what papers can mean, especially working in the Fairwind domain and working under the Fairwinds. You have never lost a letter, and that isn't going to start now. So as soon as there is a shift in your hand, your fingers just tighten. And this little paper, almost like a caterpillar, is kind of like in your fingers, like as if it is trying to leave. But you hold taut. Now that it is not going anywhere, Deandra, I would like you to make an Arcana check. You were just checking it, right? Like you weren't using any abilities or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Nah.
This does need to be made at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Okay. Avi disagrees, actually, so I think you should. Hear him out. Okay, 1 second. He's doing so good.
He's
and
arguing for it.
He really, yeah, he's fighting for this.
He's fighting for it. Yeah.
You know, it's fine. 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one would have been a 19, so I think you should hear Avi out one more time. And
So while you feel like this feels magical to you, going into the order, you were exposed to a lot more magic than you were here in Fairwind. So it's not as if you are completely clueless, especially coming into your own powers, about the capabilities of magic. But you have never really seen anything before like this. And whereas your power is very present to you, you have a lot of sensory overload, you have a lot of physical power overload, things that are very obvious to you. This is so faint and so delicate, you almost doubt that it's even magical. You have no idea.
Gross. You can keep that.
I intend to.
Yes, Brasfer, I'm sure you of all people need a reminder on how to behave.
No, but I do know of some magic that is able to leave short messages. Like help. Maybe I could study back up on it and learn something more if it's this close to the domain. Perhaps someone truly is in need of help.
You would be
Stuff it
more
in its
useful than
pocket.
I
Or lapel, I guess.
would. His lapel.
You go to stuff it in your lapel and you feel it wiggling against you. You have a feeling that if you let go of this piece of paper, it will take off.
Eat it. Squirmy thing. Or something that wants so much help.
Eat it. Is it resisting?
You, it like
There's a way to put it, yes.
it takes the tip of the paper and it just keeps like scrunching up and then going forward like it wants to go. Like
Maybe it doesn't like you.
I can perform the magic without it. Take it back out of his pocket and just beep. let it back out to the wind.
Okay. You release it, and it flies a little bit up the path. Not like it is caught on the wind, but like it follows some sort of path that only it can see. It goes about 15 feet away from you and then twists in a little circle and almost seems to look back at you. And it continues to kind of twist and turn in the space.
Which direction up the path?
It's going towards the domain.
Well, we're headed that way anyway.
Suspect that if anything were to go wrong, that protection is within your means.
Well, oh, protecting you? Yeah.
Well, it's appreciated. Then let us continue.
Just don't get in the way or do something dumb. You know, like basic self-defense, right?
Of course. I will stay several steps back, Miss Eldrith.
I have to follow the paper?
We're headed this direction. Whether you're following the paper or going back towards town is up to you.
It's fine. She'll take out her longbow and just kind of have it out as she starts now following this piece of paper.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys begin to follow the path back towards home, towards the domain. And the little paper just stays a little bit ahead of you. It will fly a little bit ahead like a butterfly and then stop and kind of wistfully float, turn around, make sure you're following, and then keep going.
Yeah, I'm coming.
The camera pans back and away slightly. We raise up out of the line of trees and into the clouds, the cover over top. Caleros, you have made your way up these switchback stairs more times than you care to remember. The path is wider than you would expect, accommodating for groups that would make their way to the overview for the top. You always make the trek alone, save for the one time that the people of the domain helped you bring her coffin here. A walk you never expected to have to make for so many, many years. You thought you would have more time. You crest the top of the stairs, and the graveyard opens up before you. For Fairwind keeps its grave above, elevating those who came before, who lived before, who laid down seeds and fed and provided. You should never have to walk back to reach something that means something to you. Or so they say. A mass of stones, old and new, open up in the graveyard before you, all tended fairly well, framed by the horizon of trees in the distance as you can look out and see the forest below. It is a beautiful place to rest. In this moment, would you please describe Caleros to us and give us some insight into how he's feeling, what he's thinking?
Yeah. Caleros has got short, kind of raggedy, I would probably say medium length brown hair. Goes down to about midway through his neck. He has a lot of stubble that's very unkempt. He looks like he was probably once a very happy person. smile lines that still barely crest on his face, but his face no longer shows those happy times and memories. Um, he is about 5'11", wears a leather tunic, um, and he looks like he's always thinking, never really looking in front of him, more looking inside of himself a lot, and having conversations inside of himself a lot, and analyzing the things around. Um, and about this time, he probably does have a little bit of an alcohol smell amongst him. Um, Not too strong, like he's just he doesn't really have a certain time of day that he'll take a drink. It's any time.
Like I said, you know this place very well. You come here very frequently. And since everything has happened, you feel like there is almost nothing to do but come here. You take a few steps forward, perhaps with a little bit of a drag in your step, but suddenly you stop because your eyes find a familiar apparition in the distance. A white dress, wavy dark hair tumbling past slender shoulders. You can almost see her, not here among the gravestones, but in the small kitchen that you shared, as the sun came past her through the window. Those shoulders that were so familiar to you, and you could come up and run your hands along them and fall into the back of her. Smell her. She does not face you here as she once did, turning around to wish you good morning. But regardless, you would know her anywhere. She begins walking away, twisting between the tombstones. Do you follow her?
Absolutely.
You move forward faster now, trying to close that distance. Maybe you're drunk, maybe you're dreaming right now, it doesn't matter, because anything is another moment, another chance, something that was taken away from you. She passes behind a tree, and as you lose sight of her for that one moment, you turn around that tree, and instead of seeing that dark-haired form, there's someone else. A fair-haired woman with it tied up in a high ponytail is standing before a large tombstone, one that has a bit of an etching on the ground and then a bit more like a statue that rises up in the form of a person. Corin, the tomb in front of you is old and worn, but there are still remnants of flowers left upon that plaque at your feet. They are long dried and withered, but still, they're not old enough that somebody hasn't been here within a few moons. But your eyes aren't on the flowers or the name carved in the stone. They're on a large raven that is perched at the top of the statue on this grave above your head. He hops light on his dark-scaled feet, feathers carrying that familiar waxy sheen, and within his ebon beak is a little curled piece of parchment emanating a soft green glow. Both of you hear it. Please help me, faintly, as if it were coming from the bird itself. Before we kind of open this up, Corin, if you would describe Corin to us, give us some insight into what she's feeling or thinking.
Corin is probably about 5'8". She's short, but not too short, you know. But she is she appears very light and faint. Like a strong enough wind could blow her away. She's fairly pale. However, she has, when the light kind of catches it, in the right light, there's almost kind of like a bluish tinge to it, like the sky reflecting off of water. She wears very simple clothes. She looks like she is very accustomed to travel and whatnot. In fact, she probably has a book that is opened with like a pen kind of laid on top of it that looks like there's this grave that she was standing in front of. The monument of the grave looks like it's been like half sketched with like a couple of words written as well. That's kind of been placed down on the grass along with her bag, as she currently has a silver coin in her hand and is reaching it up towards the crow and is like, "Come on, I'll trade you. Come on, get down here."
Calero, seeing that, you now also see the raven, which maybe wasn't as clear in focus before, but now definitely is. There is no sign of Raylan. You are unsure of what exactly that was, but it wasn't something you've ever experienced before. Nonetheless, this situation seems real enough. And Corin, as you kind of hold the silver out to the raven very clearly like does that thing where it tilts its head like this way, and its little eyes kind of like go like like it looks like it's thinking about it. And then you hear movement in the brush behind you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Claros will come around the tree and realize the situation. My apologies. You're not who I thought you were. Continue, and he'll turn to give you privacy.
Yeah, she's kind of got like the one hand out, like with the silver piece, and then kind of like extends another hand out towards him and is like, "Come on, got anything shiny? Crows like shiny things. I'm trying to
Um,
trade."
and he'll shuffle through his pockets. I've got a dagger. That I don't think the crow would be able to carry that, though. I do have some coin, but the ale's calling me, so I may want to use it for that instead. I apologize.
And you kind of like, she has like this look of like she's taking everything that you just said and considering it, despite the fact of it being like the dagger was clearly a joke and the coin is, you're not going to offer coin to a bird. But she takes it and considers it and is like, "Yeah, no, that makes sense. Are you any good with birds?"
I could try, and I'll slowly walk closer. Do you want me to try to give it to the bird, or what are we asking the bird to do?
I don't know. It's got something in its beak, and I want it.
Oh, oh, I see. Yeah,
Yep,
sure.
the crow tilts its head again, and like the little piece of paper you guys can see is glowing ever so slightly with that green light. And the crow just every so once in a while just kind of like does a little hop in place and then turns its head. A little hop, turns its head.
And Corn almost like mimics its movements and is like trying to stay in its eyesight. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna lure it in with the shiny. You pounce him when his guard's down.
I'm ready.
Come on, bird.
You hold out the coin, and the statue that is it's of a woman, and the crow is perched on top of the head, but this figure kind of has its arm over its chest and then the other arm outstretched. And as you hold out the coin, the crow kind of jumps down on the shoulder and then kind of begins like hopping down the arm. And it's really focusing on that coin, Corin. It looks really interested in it.
I'm gonna jump at it. And try to
Okay.
just try to grab the paper. I don't want to like smash the bird or anything. I want to be quick and just like fast hands. Try to get the paper out.
Okay. Corin, make an animal handling check. Caleros, make a dexterity check. Or if you are proficient in acrobatics, you may make an acrobatics check.
Okay. 21.
Jesus.
Oh.
Christ.
Okay. 21.
No shit.
Yeah,
No
17.
fuck.
17 plus 4.
Wow.
Using all the good
Okay.
ones now. We're done
Jesus
later.
Christ.
Yeah, we're fucking cooked when this flashback's over.
Okay. So, Caleros, with like almost a deft hand, you reach out and you're just like slowly moving up, and then you just reach out and take this bit of paper from the crow. And the crow like barely seems to notice that it happened for a minute before it like kind of like does that thing. It almost thinks it dropped it, and you see it like look down. And then like it looks over at you with a weird almost sentience for a bird. But then it looks at the coin and it hops over to you, Corin, and feeling very comfortable with you now, it comes over and it reaches out and it takes the silver out of your hand and then takes off, flies away.
There you go.
Cut it out.
Did it cut it again?
It
always
did.
cuts out
Yeah.
the
I was
crow
waiting this
noises.
whole time for a crow. and-
Sorry, I should have kept my mic down. Here, do it again. No.
Oh, the last one got in
Oh,
there.
Was it?
Mm,
Okay.
sorta.
Hum a little bit next time.
Pine heard me. I am good at crow and raven
It's-
noises.
I
I
can't-
promise.
I can testify under court of law. That she's very. It scared
She
me.
just heard it like yesterday.
It happened.
Hand over heart.
I won't swear in the Bible.
Hand
It's not
outstretched.
that, but, like, you know, I don't know what I swear on.
Yeah, she just kind of like waves to the crow as it flies away.
Here you go. We got it. High five.
Gives
Yep,
you a high
got
five.
the elbow. There we go. And I'll hand you the paper.
As you hold out the paper, it too is very gently bent inwards. And whichever one of you takes it and looks at it, the very elegant script on the inside says, "Do not repay more than you borrowed. Always keep your word."
Was it all you hoped for?
This I feel like I asked this before. This isn't set in Faerun, is it?
Honestly, I didn't hardline decide. It's Faerun adjacent, if anything, I suppose.
I don't know. It's like something that you would get in like a Cormyrean cookie.
You just
Okay.
wanted to say that.
Well, I'm glad you have it. I will. I'll leave you to your. Did you know this person? That was. Don't mean to probe or pry, but
Uh, no, this is the first time I've been here.
oh.
Are
Well,
you
can I?
from around here?
I've been here for a short time now. Yeah. Can I help you find something?
Um, mm, what's the most exciting thing to do here?
Well, I know of this tavern. Um, has pretty good ale. I feel like that's been the most exciting thing I've been able to partake in since I've been here.
Kind of like shrugs her shoulders, like reaches down, kind of like picks up the book and like puts it back into her bag and grabs her bag and is just like, sounds good to me.
As you say this, you feel the paper pull at your hand. Corin, do you hold on to the paper or do you let it go?
Yeah, yeah, she's gonna try and hold on to it.
Okay, strength check, please.
Yep.
You know what you need to roll.
Would you believe me if I said it was the opposite?
This is very thematic.
Natural one.
Yeah, it like she doesn't even try to hold on to it. She just like takes it and like thinks it's in her pocket and it just flies away as she's like grabbing her bag.
Yeah, she goes to bend down to grab her bag, Claros. You see it like just fly of its own volition out of her pocket and begin taking off towards the switchbacks down back towards the town, away from the graveyard. But it stops about 15 feet away from you guys and slows down and kind of begins to float and drift back, almost as if it stops and waits for you.
And this is back towards town, right? Where we would
Yes.
be heading anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Won't say anything. Let's go. Follow me.
Yeah, just
And
It
then
is only 15 feet away from you. You definitely see it when you start heading out of the graveyard.
yeah, she starts following after him and then kind of like looks at it and then like reaches into her pocket and there's like nothing in there and she's just like, wow, the wind's strong today.
it's a little odd that it's floating there, but that's where we're going anyways, so kind of head that direction and see what happens.
Things normally float around here.
No.
Everybody floats down here.
Oh my god.
Mystery.
Good
And
reference.
she just starts chasing after it.
Eight.
She like
Okay.
runs forward after the note.
Yeah, and every time you guys start closing the distance to it, it flies a little bit further and then stops and waits for you and then begins start going down the switchbacks away from the graveyard. And you guys begin heading away into town. Okay. Oris. Oh, who the fuck left?
Oh my god. All the names have shifted.
Oh no!
Damn it.
Oh,
Thank
Oh, one day,
Thank
one
God.
day. Oris. The halls of the Foxskin Inn are not the warm and welcoming ones that you expected. The candles on the bar and tables flicker and throw long shadows threatening across the empty space, which currently hosts only you and one other person. Though you have been served a small bowl of modest stew and potatoes and radishes, The establishment's owner, who appears to be a dwarven woman, has been fairly open and friendly to you. It all feels a little out of place despite this. Many of the people in the Farrowwind domain, from what you have gathered from being here the short time that you have, operate like sleepwalkers, repeating mundane tasks for hours on end, unresponsive to query or care. It's surprising to you that they make effort to eat and breathe. However, there are some people slightly out of the ordinary, like the inn owner, for example, who still seems to have her wits about her and be in a relatively jovial mood. Currently, after giving you a bit of soup and saying, "It's on the house, don't worry about it," she has turned and walked into the back, and you can hear the clink and clank of cups and pots. If you would, describe Oris to us and give us some insight into what he's thinking right now, what he's feeling.
Boris sits in the tavern chair that's ultimately too big for him. He's just shy of 4 feet tall. His feet dangle, and the spoon is rather large as he blows the steam off the stew. He's got a weathered face with mossy green eyes. He's got curly hair. It's like a chestnut color, and it's always tousled like he just woke up from a nap. He wears a simple green cloak that looks like faded herbs almost. He's got a string of wooden beads that are, half of them are carved with symbols in them that he kind of subconsciously just plays with, so they're all kind of half worn down. His clothes are well traveled. Leaning against the chair is a staff to him, but maybe more of a cane to others. And he looks around, and you mentioned that the tavern innkeeper owner, she went back behind the room, right?
She did. I have a picture of what she looks like. Unfortunate for anybody in the stream, but I will describe her. Specifically, this is the version without armor. She's not wearing armor, she is just wearing these boots and this top here. She's got some tattoos on her arm. She looks like a little bit of a rough and tumble type, but she has a friendly face, like playful, maybe a little bit devilish. She has braids in her. She's got this like warm kind of brown hair. She's got a braid in the side. She wears it in a very, very messy bun, like very like I don't care what I look like kind of thing, with a little bit of flyaway around her face. She's taller than you. She's probably about 5'9" or 5 foot, about in there, and she's got that kind of stockiness that dwarfs have to them with the wide set shoulders. The bar is not as high, perhaps. So thankful for you, because you are also one of short stature, but she needs to be able to work around it. She has seemed pretty playful and very, very friendly despite what you have seen so far. You haven't really had a chance to really one-on-one with her or talk with her or anything, obviously, but from what you have seen.
I'm gonna take in the other character within the room and kind of wait for her to come back as well. I am gonna just kind of sneakily look around and reach into my cloak. It's okay to season things how you want them. It's not going to upset her if you add your own. Rosemary probably would. I mean, honestly, it could use a bit more salt too, but otherwise, it's pretty good. Better than the people have been.
Make me a really quick investigation check, as a matter of fact, since you are looking at the soup.
17.
17. Okay. So, you're right. The soup is pretty good. Like, not the best thing you've ever tasted, and it does need things. But it tastes like somebody put effort into this soup. It tastes like it's been simmered. It tastes like somebody has at least gone the right route for making a soup. However, as you are stirring your spoon through it and seasoning it, the soup itself, the brine is watery. The vegetables haven't really been cooked that long. The meat is tidbits at best. You find it hard to believe that a soup that looks this underdone tastes the way that it does. And as you ponder that, and you have been kind of looking around the bar, Sprocket, you are the other patron who is seated nearby. Now, needless to say, I don't think this atmosphere resonates with you as much as it does with Oris, per se. Perhaps you already aren't used to warm welcomes. Maybe you don't expect them. The quiet is definitely a little queer, but what's a town without a few oddities? You come from a family of oddities, from a job of oddities. You curate oddities. But all that aside, you have your eye on something. Because you are used to finding oddities. A small, green, glowing object is in one of the discarded ale bottles on the floor beneath one of the tables, against the back wall of this tavern. And inside of the bottle, this tiny little object glowing with green light quivers like a leaf in a prison, despite being shielded from the wind. If you would be so kind as to describe Sprocket to us and give us a little bit of what he's thinking or feeling.
Will do. Is Etch in here? Did they let him in?
Yeah, nobody stopped you from bringing Etch in. I do have an important question for that. Do you want to play Etch, or would you like me to do it? Because that is important going forward.
You play him then, but I'm gonna talk to him. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Completely up to you.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. Perfect. So Sprocket is at home here if everything's a little smaller, because he is a 3-foot goblin with just like a bright green skin normally, but it is just covered in soot and mud and little scorch marks. He has these comically bright brass goggles that are now above on his forehead, and there's like at least a somewhat cleaner, like giant circles where he had them on when he was outside, so the rest of them horribly dirty. He's got like black, just matted, gross hair underneath all of it, and with his leather band and things. Yeah, I'll put a picture there in a second. He probably, if you had been watching sorry, I gotta get names down. Oris had been looking earlier, probably saw him very energetically, kind of bumping around, kicking his legs, very full of energy and spunk. But where you described, you said there was an ale bottle, right? You said, was it on the floor? You said discarded. So where was it?
Yeah, I imagine it kind of like one of those. I said ale, I should say probably more like a wine bottle.
Wine bottle.
You know those olden ones in medieval days where they had the bigger kind of butt to them and like a skinnier kind of spout, kind of like that. So there is, it's probably about like a few inches in diameter. But yeah, it's a green kind of glass, and on the inside you can see like a glow and something kind of shifting on the inside. And it's just laying on the floor in the back under a table.
Super fair. So he would be kind of like on all fours, like kind of just on the floor now, staring at it. And he'd be, Etch. You seeing what I'm seeing? Is this thing, is that moving?
Second important question. Can your dragon communicate with you? I forgot to ask this. I should
Technically,
have asked this.
yes. It can. Let me see if it's just telepathic or not. I gotta remember Drake Wardens too. But choose damage. I think we have to talk, but we both speak Draconic, so I can talk to it in Draconic.
Okay. Do you want me? Okay, so if you can speak, then yes, then the dragon will talk to you in Draconic. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to speak in only Draconic to it? I would probably normally.
So
Actually,
we'll still
Yeah.
speak normally, but it'll
Yeah, I
probably
get
be in
that. Yeah.
Draconic. So nobody else, unless they know Draconic, will be able to understand.
When I'm talking to Etch specifically,
when you're talking
we're
to
in
Etch
Draconic.
specifically. Yes,
got it.
correct.
So I'm in Draconic then. Yes, right now.
Okay.
I'll be like, hey, you see this?
You say this, and Etch kind of like has been sitting on the bench with you, and then sort of like lazily kind of turns its head. Boy dragon? Girl dragon? Boy dragon?
Yeah, your choice now. Your Etch.
Okay, fuck. Kind of turns his head, looks under the table. Can I eat it?
You know what happened last time we did that, and I just said yes. Let's give it a quick second. Might be something useful.
Well, if I can't eat it, I don't care.
Okay. Just back me up if it grabs me. I'll get a little closer. Start to like, if it's a bottle, just kind of like do this number.
Yeah, you pick it up and you turn it, and this, now you can see this little piece of paper on the inside begins swirling. And Oris, you see this goblin on all fours, like kind of like a humanoid spider, kind of like ferally go across the floor of the tavern and pick up this bottle in the corner. At first, I think out of respect, maybe not to stare, you thought it was a dog, but no, that's definitely a dragon sitting on the tavern chair over there. So definitely a little bit out of the ordinary for you, but hey, it's not burning anything down, so hopefully that's a good sign. But both of you, or the three of you, I should say, hear coming out of this bottle in this echoey resonance from within the confined space. Please help me.
I'll kind of like drop it immediately, look around.
There's like a cling, cling, cling as the bottle hits, and then kind of does the roll. Was it like rolls to the side?
Did it sound, Triss, exactly like you, in terms of like earnest?
Yeah. As the bottle is dropped, Etch immediately jumps off of the table and comes over, and almost like a cat, like puts both of his paws on it and looks at you. I got it.
Get ready to eat it. I think just talk to me.
And Etch
I don't
kind
mean
of
to
down and begins like opening its mouth and like kind of chewing on the bottle, like testing it almost, and then kind of like leans back, is like, I don't think I can eat it. And Oris, you hear them conversing in almost like this, like, kind of language.
The help me was in common, right? Though.
Yes, the help me was in common.
I will look up at Oris, like just out of the angle at the bottle, like, is that you? In common now.
You know, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Did you acquire that bottle here?
It's mine now.
But you got it from this establishment?
Yes.
I just heard it as if something from inside was asking for help, and I'm just.
I know I'm
There's
not
no
from around
matter-
here, but are you playing tricks? I've been in a lot of bars. They've done this stuff to me before.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to be. You're not like stealing people through bottles or anything, are you?
Is that
Was this guy
That
giving
thing?
you a hard time?
You look at it, asking me or him?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, the dragon cannot talk to you. It can only talk to its.
It's intercanon.
Oh, okay. I
dog.
didn't.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were for a
RP
second
that.
there. Yeah. I thought,
Sorry.
Did you have a
That's-
sign
sorry.
that says you're
Eh,
speaking
sorry.
in Draconic?
I'm the
too?
dragon.
I just didn't know if you're doing the
This is
dwarf
dragon?
bartender at that point. My
No.
bad.
Sign for dragon.
I meant
Do you have
like a name tag that
sticky-
says dragon on
Do
my
you have a
head.
sticky note that you can put on your
Yes.
forehead?
Oh my god, do I? I don't think I do. That would be
I
so
just
funny.
forgot that it only spoke in Draconic for a minute. So like I just wanted to, yeah, okay.
We'll find you a card or something.
I thought you were doing the bartender for a second. My bad.
Yeah, right,
If
fair,
you were
fair.
Etch, I'll be like, so Etch asked me, I'd be like,
No. Just bring that bottle over here. Let's go.
Okay, he picks it up
So-
in his mouth, holds it.
So you got that bottle here.
It was on the floor. Yeah. But there's no people in it. But it definitely talked. I'm as confused as you
Well-
are.
It's your bottle. I
You
was
don't.
asking you for help.
Why me? What?
no. It just said help.
No, it said help me.
Sure.
At this point, like if he hands me the bottle, I'll start really looking into it, and then I'll pull the paper out if like carefully.
Okay. Yeah, you take the bottle from Etch's mouth, and Etch lets it go, and kind of like, as you're kind of reaching in to kind of grab it, Etch like leans in and tilts his head a little bit, kind of watching as you do it. And you take this little piece of paper that almost seems, as you reach in, seems to like glide, like without struggle, into your grasp. And you pinch it and pull it out, and as it does, this little piece of paper unravels, kind of bent along the edges and glowing ever so faintly with green light. And in this elegant script written upon it, it says, "Never give your full name."
I'll read that out loud in common, just in case, so Oris can hear it.
Never give your full name.
Oh no, you're the entertainment. It's the paper's even glowing. This is. I honestly don't know if I've seen anything like this.
He's just staring at you, like, and I'm staring back at the paper.
Sure.
I will set the
Oh,
paper
is
down.
this when
on
I'm
the
supposed to
table.
give you my full? Am I supposed to just give you my full name, even though you said
I
not to?
wouldn't-
Is that part of the draw?
My name's Sprock.
Oris Harthwell. Good to meet you, sir.
I'm Sprock.
Sprock.
Yep. I
And
think.
who's your delightful dog?
Etch, and be careful. I don't want him to hear that. He shouldn't. You don't want him to hear that.
My apologies. I didn't mean to insult him in any way.
Maybe he likes it. I'll look over.
As you look over, Etch has like leaned onto the counter where you put the paper, and like his nostrils kind of like as he goes to sniff it, and the paper raises off of the table and twists in a little circle in the air and then whips between the two of you and goes over to the door of the tavern and begins and stops at the door and then seems to circle back and swirl in place and kind of look at you, and then it comes a little forward towards you and then whew, like back towards the door, circles back.
Good. Very. I knew I had to give you my name, and then it would. So what's next?
This place is weird.
And as it begins flying around, Etch, like his eyes like widen and his pupils fully dilate, and he jumps towards the paper and begins like jumping in the air and trying to grab it. And as he does, the paper gets out of the way and then out the door, and Etch goes charging out the door after the paper.
I will scramble, half knock over chairs, like clumsily, whatever, like after just knocking things over and running after Etch. Etch! No! No!
I will quickly run to actually the innkeeper's, like the kitchen door, and just, pop it open and say, "You have a delightful place. The meal was wonderful. May I be excused?"
And turns to you with like a plate in hand that looks really clean and has this like immaculately clean cloth in her hand that she seems to be kind of like scrubbing and buffing this plate, and turns around and darling, all you have to say is thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you. This meal was something special.
Of course.
I know you said it was the other gentleman. I would like to square up real quick, but we are chasing something with his dog, so I would like to be. How much for both of our meals?
Like I said, it's on the house.
I can't accept charity. I'm. It's not in my bread or bones.
From outside, you hear, "Get back here! You come on!"
It sounds like you have someplace to be.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I think a gold. And I'll pop a gold and I'll turn around and run out.
Okay. You give the gold and you take off outside.
Sprock! Wait! Sprock! I'm coming!
So, all of you, in your own separate ways, coming into this town, converge in the center as Deandra and Brasfer coming in from the path outside, Corin and Caleros coming down from the path above, and Oris and Sprocket coming out of the tavern. You all convene, perhaps accidentally, in the center of town, where the papers that were gliding along in front of you, in a flicker of verdant light, as you all like almost comically, scenically converge in this space at once. In this flicker of verdant light, the pieces of scrap parchment find each other and bind together as if playing their shredding in reverse, as if somebody had torn them asunder. They come back, but as if played backwards, and they reseal to one another. And then in this like almost like fireworks spectacle, but not in a egregious, outlandish fireworks way, but almost as if the paper itself is shimmering and glittering and catching the light, which is hard to believe considering how overcast the Fairwind domain is right now. There is no sun coming through. But this paper now spins lightly in the air and kind of falls in the center of all of you. And all 6 of you hear that voice again, but almost as if it is fading and being pulled away. Please, help me.
Sprock, you have to be kidding me. You're part of a troop? I've heard of this. This is fantastic. I'm gonna just sit down and watch.
On the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
It's only
am
it's only a
chasing-
short set for
Yeah.
him, so
I was full chasing Etch and trying to like wrangle him, and it's like he has a collar. Like I'm just trying to like, hey, get back here, grab him any way I can.
Yeah, as
Put a
soon
leash
as
on
the
your dog.
papers like merged together, Etch kind of like got surprised and stopped. So like you got to come over and like put your arms like around his neck and kind of pull him back, and he's just kind of like, oh, holy shit.
So we're both just like staring at this glowing paper in the center.
Yeah.
yeah, you said it was almost like fireworks.
Yeah, but like not as like boom fireworks, more like shimmers. Like, do you know when it's a sunny day and a drop of water hits a lake and the ripples come out and there's that light that kind of comes out in a circle? It's
Yeah.
it's like that. It's very natural. It's very like, it's bright, so it looks like it's shining.
Yeah, I think Corin just kind of was like chasing after it and then kind of like came to a stop and was just kind of watching it in like wonder.
Deandra will turn to Brasfer. Are you gonna pick it up again?
Would you?
That's not important. I was asking you. Does he have gloves still? Is that part of his
Oh
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She'll raise up and show her hands bare with no gloves. You have protection. I don't.
As you wish, Miss Eldrith. And he'll step forward and bend down and pick it up.
Sir, I've known you many years. You do not need to call me Eldrith. Deandra's fine.
And picking up the paper.
So you all watch as this tall, dark-haired elven man kind of bends down on one knee,
Excuse me.
reaches down, takes the paper in his hands, and looking upon it, that same elegant script: do not accept any gifts. Use your manners, but do not say thank you. Do not repay more than you borrowed. Always keep your word. Never give your full name. That is all that is written.
Well,
What's it say?
who said that?
Kind of looking around and
Hello.
stands up, brushes off his knees. It appears we were all summoned by this piece of paper to this place.
Well, who are you? Looking around, does anybody here feel familiar to Farrowwind besides Brasfer? Do I know?
To you, yeah, to you, no.
Are you, are any of you, new here? Residents?
Oh,
I've never played this game.
I don't live here.
What are you
I'm just new
talking
here.
about? Game?
I'm gonna go stand next to Corin.
Sprocket this whole time is just trying to grab at you like,
Come on, we gotta go. It's way too many people.
Where's your dog?
And Etch is kind of like glued into place and is like, what is that? What is that paper? Why
I'm
did it
hiding
fly
behind him.
around? What is it? Does it taste good? Is it like bird? I really like bird.
Huh. I don't know. Don't want to find out. Time to go, bud. Come
I
on.
want to find out. I want to find out. You're like pulling him, and
You
his
go
little
ask him.
claws are like on the ground.
He's
That's a
way
good
probably way
point,
stronger
though.
than me, so I'll just kind of like hide behind him at that point. Like he's like exactly my size, and I'm just gonna like.
Sprock, who are your friends here?
I don't have any friends.
This piece of paper is not trying to escape my grasp.
It is not trying to escape your grasp, no.
Now you should eat it.
Leg it.
He'll crumple it up into a smaller bite-sized piece and stuff it into his cheek. I'm kidding. No, of course not eat it. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's gonna fold it up and put it in his lapel.
May I
A little
ask?
sick.
Sorry to butt in here. What did it say? We only had a little snippet of it.
I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met.
Sorry, Caleros, by the way. Reach out for a handshake.
Don't tell him your last name.
Mr. Caleros. Brasfer Loftway of the Fairwind estate.
Oh. Royalty?
No.
Oh, and who? I'm sorry.
If you ever chance to meet Ansel, I wouldn't suggest calling him royalty, though it would be very humorous to see you do this.
I think you should, actually. I think you should I think you should bow, too, while you're at it. Your Highness.
No, let's
Real
not
steep.
create too much
Real
trouble.
steep. Come on, Brasfer.
I sense a bit of sarcasm here. I think I'm catching on.
No.
He is... He's master of this, the domain within Fairwind.
Oh, the big manor over yonder.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that's checks out. Do you mind me asking what the letters said when put together?
When put together. So you were chasing these slips of papers as well?
Yes. Me and I'll point back at Corin. What was your name? I'm sorry, I don't think.
Where there would be like the white like dotted outline of her, as she has now left. And when Sprocket was like, don't tell them your last name, she's just like crouched down beside him, kind of like on like the tips of her feet, kind of like knelt down and is like, why shouldn't I tell him my full name?
Those are the rules. That's what the paper said. They asked.
And her eyes just go wide.
Our paper said something about not repaying more than you borrowed and keeping your word and.
Oh, the manners, right?
The strange etiquette, yes. There appears to be more than what we had read before, which makes sense, as it appears they had combined
Was it like bad
here in this
ritual?
space. Do not repay more than you borrowed. Always keep your word. Never accept any gifts. Never give your full name. I had them all written down, and I do
I love
believe
that you
I
wrote them out
copied
of
one of them.
order in the way that she said it. She put
I
it in the
wrote the
chat.
one we got
Posted it.
It's
first.
right there.
It's in the short series. I
was
posted
like, why
the
are
whole
they
thing.
reading it in that order?
Fucking excuse me.
Damn.
Well, you don't know how they recombined. I have the paper.
I totally believe him.
Got him.
I didn't question it as Deandra. I was questioning his pine.
Use your manners, but do not say thank you. That's the last one.
I'm just beginning to feel like you all don't actually know each other and are not a troupe of actors hosting a local festivity.
God, no.
Not really sure where you would have gotten that from, but
That's why.
I mean,
He
you are
followed me
reading a
from-
piece of paper with a game on it.
Again.
I don't believe that your assumption is too far and away. One of the children must have thought this some sort of a silly prank for the travelers in this place. I wouldn't concern yourself with it. Would you like a help up, sir?
Oris Harthwell. Good to meet you.
It's good to meet you as well.
Oh, God.
That over there is Sprock. We just dined over yonder.
Mr.
I don't
Sprock,
actually
pleasure.
know him well.
At that point, I'll dust myself off, kind of get up and try to handshake or whatever. Like,
Sure. And he does note the dirtiness of your hands, but you don't see a hesitation as he reaches out and takes it. Afterwards, he peels the gloves off of his hands and stuffs it into his pocket as well. And I don't believe we've met either, miss.
You see like this moment of pause, and Corin doesn't want to get disqualified from the game, be it for children or not, and she's just gonna stick out her hand and just say, Rin. She is clearly lying.
Miss Rin. Pleasure, as he reaches out a hand.
Takes his hand. Are you from here?
Yes, I haven't been in town recently, but I'm just returning to the Master's Manor now. Are you all new here?
more like stuck here. Been trying to leave for days.
The path is right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
but once you go down it, you just kind of like wind up on the other end of town.
Yeah.
Do you
weird.
not know how to follow paths? You just keep going.
Well,
Oh, lead the way.
yeah, we can walk it together if you want.
Miss Eldrith, would you be kind enough to escort these men and women out of town? I'm afraid I must report as soon as I can to Master Ansel.
As you begin to start this line of questioning, the sound of footsteps, not heavy but almost weightlessly scuffing upon the stone, familiar, light. A hooded woman approaches the plaza, hair gray from age, you still see underneath. She is imposing despite her average height. Deandra Brasfer, you recognize Amir. the captain of the Rangers. She is flanked by a group of men and women that give her a decent berth, and in their fingers are clutched bows in this brittle-looking preparation, kind of like wolves following at a distance of their pack leader. And as she walks into this space, she does not walk at you. She walks towards the center of this plaza, and her eyes regard you as a group rather than individually, but only for a moment before she produces this bell and rings it 3 times. For Deandra and Brassfur, you guys are familiar with this bell, but not in a commonplace sort of way. This bell is often used for emergency meetings, for times of calamity, for earthquakes, floods, fires, anything when there's danger to be alerted. But there is none of that portrayed in her. Its chime is sharp and clear, and in all of you, it resonates like a belfry has taken up space in your head. It doesn't feel normal. And she says loudly, "Town meeting. The Lady of the Domain wills your attendance at the Fairwind Manor immediately." And she waits for a breath and then begins ringing the bell again. And you begin to see now people that you hadn't seen before coming out of their homes, out of businesses, and just making their way up towards the manor in this sleep-like kind of state.
I turn to Brassfur. Did she say lady?
This is what I heard, but I don't know what Miss Faraway would have to announce that she hadn't passed through Ansel first. Whatever it is important. I hope he's not hurt. We should hurry.
Yes.
Is this normal?
I'm sorry, I cannot escort you out of here. If you follow us, once this is done, I can lead you out. That bell is used for danger. You could be outside the walls, I don't know. I will protect you.
There's plenty of room within the Master's domain. You're more than welcome to spend your time in there, and we'll find a space for you. So if you'd like to follow us, please.
Sure. If there's danger, I might be able to help.
Very good.
I need to get my cart. It's just right around the corner here. Be right back.
Kind of.
Are you a merchant? Oh, he's already gone. Okay.
Kind of looks to Deandra, kind of gives her a nod, and is going to look to the others and begin walking off toward the manor.
Oris, where did you leave your cart?
Probably right out front. Like
Of the tavern?
there was of the tavern. If there was a place to like stable horses, I would have just like parked it right there. Went into the tavern. Super trusting.
Okay. As you run to get your cart and you begin to kind of tidy up, the hairs on the back of your neck prickle and raise. And as you just sort of like smooth for a second and begin to sort of look around, you see that 2 of the rangers from before have followed you towards the tavern. And standing almost like an uncomfortable distance away, watch you.
I'm just getting my cart of vegetables and going towards the troop of actors that are playing this town game. And I'm going to start pushing the cart back the way I came, and I'm watching to see if they're doing anything as I start going back the way I came.
They watch you, bows out in hand. They do not make move to act upon you or say anything as you speak to them, but like owls upon the branches of a tree, they follow you and watch you, waiting for 1 inch out of line.
This is so very strange.
Is this new for Caleros? The bell and the meeting?
This is, you have not seen this happen before.
Okay.
Is everybody going to the manor, like requested?
I looked at Etch.
Yeah,
Yes.
Corn's probably gonna hang with Brasper, I think. 'Cause he seems to know the most of what's going on.
No problem. Yeah, he leads you on very confidently. And hurriedly as well.
You said
I'd
you
be
looked
towards
at
the back.
Etch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd wait till the back, kind of waiting to see what everybody else is doing, and then I'd look to Etch. What does he think? What's he doing? What does his instincts say? We've been hanging out in the wilds for a long time, and we got at least a little bit of an unspoken. If he's on edge, I'm on edge, and vice versa, and things. So
You have a hand on Etch's back, and you feel his scales raise slightly from the back of his neck, as if he is on high alert, as if all of his nerves are on fire and reacting in this moment. But he is still. And he lowers his head, his small ears that he has laying very flat against his head. And he's kind of just looking back and forth. I don't like this.
Me neither, bud. We making a break for it. We're just following the herd. You go, I go.
We might be safer in numbers. Running away in a crowd is easier than running away by yourself, and his eyes follow the line to the rangers that have kind of like made a circle like sheepdogs around the back of everybody moving towards the manor. Kind of very slowly walking, weapons drawn, not armed, but ready. And as you guys have kind of fallen towards the back, the same way with Oris, a few of them sit at a distance away and watch and wait, like predators.
I tell him, come on, stay low, and we go try to get lost in the herd.
He bends down real low on all fours, his little elbows bent, and almost as if his belly would scrape the ground, begins moving. Okay. You all begin to be herded up towards the Farrowwind Domain, and I'm going to show you guys this because it will be important at one point, and some of you are familiar with this. From the town square, which is where this tree is, here, you are going to be following the path north up a very large staircase, up a waterfall, towards where the manor sits at the top, which looks a little something like this. But in this moment, I think this is a very good place to take our break. Is 5 minutes good for everyone?
Good.
If you need a
Make
little
that
bit
work.
more time, it's okay. All right. We'll We'll be right back. I get it, man.
I'm switching us back for
I am here.
What the fuck? Damn it, Jesus.
Sorry, I was making coffee real quick.
I am here.
Okay. If anybody is not ready, speak now or forever hold your peace.
It's too late. I already switched it. We're ready.
We're there. Okay.
We're there.
I'm ready, but I have an RP ask as we're going up the stairs. If that matters.
We can go up the stairs. Let's
Can the cart?
I didn't know if you wanted us to start at the top of the
That's
stairs
role P
or
moment, is him
wherever we left
dragging
off.
this
you
fucking cart
well
up the
you
stairs.
well since you have a cart, let's start at the bottom of the stairs.
That was yeah. So I'm gonna look at the stairs, and then I'm gonna look around to see who looks the strongest.
I mean, who's around you? I mean, if you see
If-
Deandra, probably Deandra, to be honest.
And if it helps, I would have probably been hiding under the cart. Like if I would have found you in the herd, like we would be like under your cart almost.
I love it.
Nice.
Excuse me. And Deandre's gonna like tap on your
Who was
like
talking?
hip.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. I'm 6'2". I'm quite higher.
Just tall people high-fiving over here.
I finally get to play a character that's tall. This is it.
Where are
How
you?
tall are ya?
I don't know, like 5'6".
5-0.
5'0". Tall enough. Yes, little man.
Oris.
Oris.
Halfling.
Halfling. Sorry.
Not man. Yeah. It's okay. I get it a lot. I'm quite tall. I haven't. This is uncomfortable. I feel like there's something going on and it could be an emergency because you said the bell meant something was going on and it could mean that it was an emergency. I feel like we might need food based on what I experienced in the tavern, and I don't think I can get this up the stairs. Do you either think it's a good idea, bad idea, and would you be willing to help?
Have you gone up these stairs before?
I've been here for like an hour, maybe.
So no.
No.
Triss, the stairs are.
In fact, I think I'm gonna have a hard time getting up those stairs.
God,
Period.
God, these stairs are like, they're big. They're long.
So, like, there's the first section of them that's kind of almost like if you've seen stairs leading up to a courthouse where, like, it's kind of a gentle slope. But then when it gets to the actual part that goes up the waterfall, it gets pretty steep. It's a pretty intensive climb.
Oris, I don't even know if you're going to make it up these. If this is an emergency town meeting, I do not think that everybody will be stuck within the manor. We should be released. Nobody here is going to steal from you. This is a good town. You could live
I
it
didn't
here.
even think of that, to be honest.
Oh, I mean,
I'll
you're
leave it
old,
over
you've
here.
been out in the world. People steal shit.
Yes.
Not here. Do you have an emotional attachment to this card? Is this card important to you?
No, I'll leave it here, but
Okay.
No, I'm.
Do you need me
My
to
mother
carry
used to
you?
wear her hair like your braids. It's just good memory. They're very nice.
Are you going to be okay going up those stairs?
Well, there's a first time for everything. Let's
I will
get you
walk
up
with
there.
you. You are tiny. You may need help.
Oh, that's very kind.
Hmm. Yes.
It would help me to hear you talk about your favorite memory while we go up the stairs. That would be helpful.
That would not help you with your agility or your athleticism.
It does though. Takes my mind off the burning muscles.
You could just focus on your goal, like everybody else. Walk up the stairs. If you're, I would much rather just carry you than, talk to you about my feelings.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I think that we're both deficient in different areas, but I'll walk. Because it's the only way to get stronger, right?
You just call me deficient?
At this point, everybody else has moved past you guys.
We are falling behind.
There's a gap where people are almost at the top of the stairs. Sprocket, you and Etch are kind of like ducked behind this cart, and Etch is kind of like looking around and just goes, I thought we were supposed to be with the crowd. You said this would be a good idea.
As soon as like they lift it, kind of like a cockroach in the light kind of moment, we just bolt out like shit and run back to the herd up in front.
You have rats in your cart.
I think that was Sprock and his dog. My friend.
Oh. Okay. Well, they need help.
He was the one that was doing
well.
the paper trick. He had it in a bottle, and then it's pretty cool.
I will take your word for it. We are falling behind. I would like to get there. Come.
Alright.
And she'll take like her orc hand and just like hit him on the back, trying to be encouraging, but she's not like used to tiny people, so it probably hurts a little bit. It's not.
We have the awkward moment.
Gentle.
You go to like pat me on the back. You like put your hand back, and I like grab it, and then we're both really confused for a minute.
Oh my
And then we
God.
just start walking up the stairs.
She'll just like take her hand as far away from you as possible. Just moving her hand to the side.
As soon as your hands touch, there's like this very brief image of a woman helping a little old man across the street. Just like this brief like flash, and then it's gone.
I've been waiting for her to just pick him up by like the scruff of his neck like a cat and just like throw him over her shoulder and just be like, do.
Any moment he trips, that's exactly what she's going to do. Yeah.
Okay, just to spread the butter around on the toast a little bit.
Honey butter.
Corin, Caleros, or Brasfer, is there anything that you guys are doing as you are ascending the stairs?
Corin's probably annoying Brasfer, depending on his tolerance. But she's probably like, does this happen a lot?
No.
Where do you think is it in the town? Is it out of the town?
Is the witch in the town or out of the town?
Well, that lady said that there was an emergency, right?
We don't know what the emergency is. That's why we're going to the manor.
What is it usually?
There isn't usually an emergency, but in the cases that something might have come up, perhaps it pertains to the family if was a private affair, or perhaps it has something to do with. I don't. He looks flustered, and that sort of stoic, kept face that he's had kind of just breaks with a little bit of anxiety as he says, I don't know what's going on. But once we speak with Lord Ansel and his wife, I'm sure we'll know. So be patient, and we'll have our answers.
He's like, be patient, and she's just like, that's not really my strong suit, but
Please
I'll try.
don't make me be patient.
Please.
If it
I
helps you
wanna
to
sit.
focus on doing something, you can focus on climbing the stairs. They are a bit much.
Easy? Oh.
You see him kind of like take the next step as you say easy, and he just rubs at his knees and smiles at you and continues walking up the stairs.
Her hands have like been in her pocket and she's like bouncing up each step.
What about you, Kaleros? Is there anything that you're doing as you go up the stairs?
Claris will be kind of just information gathering. Probably would have noticed that. Forgetting a name. Oris. Probably noticed Oris looking around for help when they were down at the base. Thought about offering help, but seeing him ask the half orc for help instead, and then continued on and trying to listen in and kind of take in as much information as he can. Just all this is very odd, being in this town, not being able to leave, and he's just trying to gather as much information he can so that if and when the time is right, he'll be there to help.
Okay, well, as somebody who is very experienced in gathering information, something that you realize right away, which has been familiar to you in the recent month, but not before, is that as these townsfolk are ascending the stairs, none of them are talking. None of them are conversing with each other. They are just mindlessly walking up the stairs. Every so often, there's like a heavy breath or a groan, but other than that, there's nothing to gather. The only speech that you pick up on is of the people that you ran into in the square a moment ago. They seem to be the only ones who are talking. So your perceptive ears can very clearly hear Corin asking Brasfer like 50 questions, but nobody else around you is talking.
You said that was familiar in the last month I was here. It's kind of been like that.
Yeah.
So these people all talking is kind of odd because it hasn't been that way since I've been here.
Well, when you first arrived, it was not like this. These people
Right.
were very chatty and helpful, and even when Raylan passed away, they went out of their way for you. They helped you put her to rest. They were at your door bringing you food, chopping your wood. They were close. They were there for you. But over this past month, that's stopped completely. The neighbors that you had gotten used to seeing now stood in their houses and stared out of the window. There are a few people that you noticed who kept going like normal, but it was a split. It was either some people kept going, and then when you heard the lady of the manor got sick, their daughter, you stopped seeing the social interaction between the people of the town. And at first, I think you might have assumed that it was just like, oh, well, everybody is now kind of trying to deal with this. But the longer that you're in it now, because you were kind of out of it, you know, like you were mourning, you were drinking a lot, you weren't paying as close attention to this as I think you normally would be considered your circumstances. But now, the oddities are really leaping out at you, especially in comparison to these new people that you have just met.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be paying special attention to what's going on between the new people.
Okay. And as you're thinking about this, there's kind of like a little bump at your ankle, as Etch has come like really low and kind of leans over to Sprocket and is like, "If we stay behind this guy, he looks really normal, I think. So like, you know."
Yeah, act cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep walking as if I don't notice them.
He doesn't even know we're here.
And even though I'm like probably half his size and 3 feet shorter, I'm gonna try to keep like exact pace with him with like these long steps for me, like just trying to follow him pace for pace right behind him.
Like when somebody walks through the stone, you're trying to like stay in their footprints.
Yep.
Okay.
You get the harder parts, I definitely pick up Boris. Once it gets to that steep, I'd imagine he's going too slow for me, so I
just pick him up.
I just pick him up. Yeah.
Oris, do you struggle?
Would you like to stay on my back? Or be carried like this?
You know, I went ahead and rolled, I don't know, strength or constitution, but either way, it's either a 4 or a 5.
So you're winded.
Was that your struggle against the stairs or against her?
Well, either way, you rolled
Probably-
low both times.
It's probably that Oris is trying to talk on top of the exertion.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why your braids reminded me of my mom's during
Are you okay? This is the last time we have stopped in 10 seconds.
this is just a beautiful sight. Is this halfway?
No. No, we've made it about 30 feet. If you'd like to see the whole thing, I can lift you up, and then
No, thank you.
and then
That's
you could. I'm
no.
either going to lift you up, or you are going to voluntarily climb onto my back.
I'm not a fan of heights.
I'm not that tall.
It's all from a point of perspective, isn't it?
I will keep you low.
I tell you
then.
what.
And she's going to pick him up and, like a child, hold him on her hip so that he's not too high, but she can still carry him.
Do you struggle, Oris? Circling back to this question.
Yeah. I'm going to try to fend off the pickup and say, only if you tell me your favorite memory as we go.
God. Fine. Just, I would like to get there before the end of the day, please.
Oh, yeah. You also don't have to wait with me. It is very kind of you.
Yes, and you would think that that kindness would be returned by letting me pick you up, but I am supposed to tell you about my life and happy memories. I will tell you after you get up onto my hip, please. Thank you.
The paper said don't say thank you and to don't accept any gifts. So now we're playing the game, I thought. Or is this is all rather confusing? So that's where the point of the story is. But
I have no
to
idea what
to
you
flip
are
it
talking
back in the
about.
balance, I do have some fresh sourdough bread after. But let's get to the story. Let's get to the what'd you call it? A manor?
Yes. The
Sounds
Fairwind Manor.
sounds lovely. I bet your favorite memory
It
is
is.
there.
No. But no, yes. Yes, it is actually, in fact. Yeah, I once climbed a tree. Just over there. And it was great. And, the sun was out. And, birds chirping. It was a great tree climbing day. And
While she's doing this, I'm going to be casting guidance on her, so this bolsters her strength. I'm using her memory to bolster her,
Wow.
even though it's
I made it.
probably fictional.
just some bullshit.
You get a minus D4 instead of a plus D4.
Oh my god. Okay. Is Oris trying to see if she's lying, or does he not think about things that way?
It's okay. This is step one.
Oh my god! What does that even mean?
We're not gonna unpack that right now.
He
We're
wants
gonna
to be
leave
my
that in the
friend.
box. We opened the Amazon box. We're gonna close it. We're gonna unpack it later. We're gonna put it on the table. It's gonna be in the way for weeks before we open it, but that's okay. It's gonna stay there for a while.
We call it the carriage lock. We just
Is
Right
she
over
the
there.
Amazon box?
No, he is. um,
Did the box climb the tree?
for the guidance aspect, Deandra, make me a quick athletics check and roll a d4 with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I made that like significant. 18.
18. Okay. You are not surprisingly, like usually these steps are a lot, but one, you have been training your ass off.
Yeah.
And two, talking and trying to focus on like this story that you want to tell him is distracting you from even thinking about the fact that you're doing this climb. So by the time you're getting towards the top, you kind of aren't even really noticing that you're getting winded. Like you're really just powering through it, and like I think you're kind of thinking to yourself like, yeah, hell yeah, like I've gotten so much stronger than when I left. Like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
see, doesn't
Yeah.
talking help?
Are you a therapist? Is this
Never heard of
your
that.
thing? You know, they
Never.
they like talk to people about their feelings. Is that you?
No, I more like to listen, to be honest.
That's unfortunate. I don't like to talk.
But you did it for me. Thank you. And I'll give her a hug. Oh shit. I said thank you. And it's really just ingrained in me.
A lot happened just now. Are you not supposed to say thank you? I don't.
That's what Sprock's paper said. Read by the I think you said his name was Brasfer?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the game that you're talking about, the manners. Okay. No, that I kind of thought that you were a little insane. You kept talking about this game and a bottle.
Everyone's different.
Okay. We're almost at the top now. How about you talk and I listen this time?
And she's gonna look out in the distance and her eyes just like unfocus in total
1,000-yard stare.
1,000-yard stare, zoning out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll end it with this. I'll just say, are you sure you don't want me to carry you? Sure.
That's funny.
I
That was a good joke.
I try to be funny. I never. Anyway.
Okay.
I was being serious.
I was being serious.
I really wanted to return the favor.
So, you all make your way underneath the central arch, walking in past these crystal clear pools of water that flow around the domain and out into the waterfall. When I say waterfall, it's not like a huge, like mile-long waterfall or anything, because obviously you're walking upstairs, like around it. It's a very it's probably 5-6 feet, if that. Like it's a very small, like it doesn't even really have the force to like spray a lot of water. It's very gentle, like almost babbling brook kind of thing. And this path itself and the manor that splays out in front of you is beautiful. Old, beautiful, and usually it looks inviting. The clouds sort of dotted, covering, smothering out the sky with this gray sort of haze, casting these long, dark shadows on top of the manor, brings an uneasiness to all of you that you don't quite understand. You're not sure why it makes you feel that way. And as you all are funneled into the manor, flanked by these rangers who, to two of you at least, most of them are familiar. They're people that you know, especially, both of you. Both of you, I think, know all of the people here very well. These are people that you know, but there is no camaraderie. There is no friendliness like there usually is to receive you. And you feel like maybe something's wrong. I think that might be the first thing that crosses your mind, is that what happened? Did something happen to Ansel Farrowwind? Did something happen to Emblem? What is going on? So, nonetheless, the doors to the front of the mansion are now open, which Caleros, from the time that you have been here, they have pretty much religiously been shut. They have been denying access to their people, which in the beginning you knew from the people who you did speak to before everything got bad, is that they were always open with their people. They always allowed anybody in. If anybody needed anything, they never denied them access to their home. So now the doors are open again. That's not abnormal. That is something that you have heard of, and even Oris, you heard of in the tales about this place. So what it looks like as you are funneled in is that there is a long entranceway hallway, and the inside of this manor is made out of this beautiful dark wood that, even though it's old, it was polished and it's well maintained, and it looks beautiful even now. It stretches down, and to the right is an opening to like a lounge more or less, and that is where Brasfer and Deandra, you guys are used to when people are received. Usually Lord Ansel would receive them in this lounge area. It's got a fireplace, it's got a rug, it's got comfortable chairs, and when the Lord sat down with you, he sat next to you on your level, he looked you in the eye, and he treated you like a person. And he saw you, and he knew you. He knew your family, he knew everybody in town by name. But the hearth in this lounge is cold. The fire is out, and there's no one inside. To the left, you know, is a dining room, an expansive dining room that sometimes there would be dinner parties at, that everyone in the town would be invited, and even the table, being as expansive as it was never big enough to fit everybody, and Lord Ansel would always give up his chair so somebody else could sit down instead of him. This room is closed. There is nothing happening there. But the way that this house was laid out, and something that did used to happen that both of you would know from being in this house before, is that down this front hallway, there are 2 sets of stairs that lead upstairs, but the main hall here leads up to a slight stairway that is raised to like a little like platform almost. And in the back, there is a raised chair, like a throne. And a long time ago, the first Lord of Fairwind, Lord Highwell, he would, still friendly, he would sit in a chair, kind of like a raised position sort of thing, and people would line up in this entryway of the home and wait to be heard, you know, come up the stairs and be like, my lord, we are having problems with our sheep, they are sick. My lord, we lost a crop of our cabbage, it's very bad, we will not have cabbage for this season, type of thing. And he would adhere to them that way and hear them that way. This is something that has changed over the years, so this chair goes unused for the most part. But as you guys are led in, this is kind of what it looks like as you approach. So, in this wooden hallway, the light that is set up above is in these kind of bowl-shaped fixtures that are like fire pits. There's coal and wood that is burning. These, from their height and the way that they burn, they cause the shadows in the room to dart and jump in an almost nervous fashion, which makes your eyes see movement in every corner, even where there isn't any. And against the back wall, that tall wooden chair is, now you can see a little bit clearer, decorated in carvings. It portrays, in part, a sword clutched in 2 hands by this obtuse-looking figure. And at the top of the figure, like the sword goes straight up, there's like an owl's face with these 2 large eyes peering around each side of the blade. It is supposed to represent wisdom and bravery around a blade, perhaps resisting the use of a blade to see. And sat in that chair, as you kind of look around all of these people, because there is a bit of a crowd in here, this is a very wide room, ankles crossed beneath her in a childish manner around these skirts, is Emblyn Fairwind, the 8-year-old daughter of Ansel and Elise Fairwind. She has no shoes on her feet, and her bare feet kind of fidget beneath her. Very childish mannerisms. And as everybody is funneling in, she kind of sits up a bit straighter. And as you enter and are kind of taking in the scene, she's craning her head high as if to lay eyes on everybody. This smile rounds out her cheeks, her very cherub cheeks, and excitement is like sparks in her youthful eyes. This is what she looks like. I will describe for those of us in the scene. So Emblyn, again, she's 8 years old. She has these very round features still, very, very like wide, expressive eyes, a sort of button nose that is oh so slightly upturned, a very defined kind of cupid bow in her lip top. Her hair is very curly, a little bit more than the picture, so much that it kind of sticks up at odd angles. It is very untamed, but in almost a logical sort of way. And it usually looks very endearing around her formal attire. And standing beside her, at her flank, are 2 adult human figures. The man is of average height, sandy blonde hair, kind of curled and untamed in a similar manner to his daughter. Thick sideburns along his jaw, and the woman on the other side is small and slender. She also has blonde hair, but it's much more delicate and not as wild and curly. It's cut about below her ear. Both of them are smiling. Simply standing beside their daughter, very placid looking, unmoved at anybody's approach, just sort of looking out among the people. Every so often they look at Emblyn and they just keep smiling. You do also notice that behind them there are 2 women who are kind of standing idle. Those who are familiar with the manor at all, which again, Brasfer and Deandra. These are the maids that both of you are very familiar with. Alice is the younger one, and Saravina is the older woman. I will post photos for them as well. But those 2, instead of smiling like the 2 in front, they look more half asleep, more in tune with the rest of the village. Caleros specifically would notice. The older woman has slightly pointed ears. Her hair is very tidy, pulled up into a ponytail. She has some white streaks going through it with age. She has this warm, dark skin, and like her hair is like I said, like black with like a kind of white gray going through it. And in her hand, she holds a pitcher. The younger girl, who appears human, has this milky complexion, very pale, with this vibrant red hair that kind of just hangs loose over her shoulders. And she holds a large bowl that is stacked with various fruits, meats, and cheeses. So I'll just stack these in here. This is, for those of you who know, Lord Ansel Farrowwind is on the right side of his daughter. That is absolutely just Alfred from Bloodborne. If you have played, yes it is. That is what he looks like. Fight me. This is Elise Farrowwind, who stands on the left side of her daughter. And in the back, this is the young girl, the maid Alice. And this is Saravina. Where have you gone? I must post your picture in the chat, Saravina. Oh, Saravina, where have you gone, princess? There you are. Yeah, she has glasses and is dressed very well. Both of them are kind of dressed similar to Brasfer in a very formal kind of like maid attire with like a cravat, fine pressed clothing, jackets over the top, gloves, the whole shebang. As you all are kind of taking this in and funneling into the area, Amir kind of has been the first one in and kind of watches everybody come in, and as this kind of finishes, she looks back and gives a nod, and you guys hear the doors closing behind you. And she then moves over to Imblin and bows her head. And as she bows and her cape goes forward a little bit, you all see that she has a blade on the side of her hip. And this blade it's sheathed, but its handle is elegant, and it is definitely, it's crafted in a way that you are not used to seeing, especially not in a town like this. This town, they're very used to making things out of what they have, out of bones, out of wood, out of, like, of course there's some metals, but they don't have, like, really even a proper blacksmith in town, because that's just not something they are used to working with at all. So this well-made sword poking out from the side of her hip with almost like this black, like, belled curve on the hilt, like around where you would grip it, like a knuckle guard, like this black knuckle guard that goes along the outside of the hilt of the blade, is something that is very out of place here. And I think a few of you who are familiar with the area clock it. And I mean, for like Sprocket, for you would even notice that is probably finer work than you would expect to see here. You know a good sword when you see one, or at least from the top of it. You don't know what the blade looks like, but from the top, it looks pretty good. And as the doors close, and you all are left here, Amir bows her head, like I said, and says, "Your subjects have arrived, Lady Fairwind." And this child who is sitting on this chair, cross-legged, does not respond, still smiling, but waves her off in like a shoo motion. And Amir again inclines her head a second time and moves off to the side and stands alongside Elise, the mother to the child's left, with a soldier's posture. Eyes open, shoulders back, hand at the top of that blade.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah, seeing the bowing, this whole vibe just, I think, sets Deandra's senses kind of on edge. And, she's going to place a hand on, Oris's shoulder and just lean down to him and say, "Something is wrong. Stay close to me." And she's gonna keep her hand on his shoulder, like, protectively.
Yeah, to all of this, I know Bresver crosses his arms and puts a thumb and a finger up, and his eyes furrow, and that same squinting crease in his nose. He kind of focuses on the same. I think Corn would recognize that he sees something that he doesn't see normally here.
Yeah, Corn just like leans over and is like, "Isn't she a little young?"
For the moment, just focuses and doesn't say anything. Sorry, Dave, I think I cut you off.
Poor Dave. He shakes his head.
No, Jordan walked in here with the fresh baked bread. My apologies.
Oh, sure.
He's yelling at her to add rosemary and salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking around.
Just have to say thank you.
Immediately, can I spot any of my family in the crowd?
What is your passive perception? Because things are going to be happening at the same time, so I'm thinking this is going to be more of a passive. 11?
Yeah.
Okay. You see your brothers near the back, because you know how to spot your brothers in a crowd.
Right.
They are bigger than you. They're both very tall. They are in the back with the rest of the rangers, standing in like almost like this fence line at the back of the crowd.
Okay.
Not normal. They are not talking with the other guards. Like, I mean, like, you know, Hawk, probably one of the first ones to crack a joke, lean over, and like tell like a guy that his fly's unzipped, and then the guy checks, and then they punch each other a couple of times. Nothing. They are both staring forward, arms kind of crossed at their chest.
How like far away from me are they?
They're back through the crowd. You were they're at the very back.
Right.
You were around the back as well. So there's probably like a few people behind you that you would just need to move through to get to them.
Okay, I'm gonna try, like, looking at them. Are their eyes fixed? Are they scanning? Can I try to make eye contact with them to be like...
You can tell that they're fixed. They're not looking around. They are looking forward towards the front of the hall.
Okay.
You seem worried. Something's wrong. What are you looking at?
My brothers. Something is wrong.
And as you say this, there is a voice that rings out clear and loud over the crowd.
I am Lady Emblyn Fairwind, caretaker of this domain, keeper of these lands, and shepherds to its people.
And she pauses, kind of shifts in her chair.
You.
She points at Caleros.
You.
Brassfur.
You.
You, and one by one, she points all of you out. And even for you, Oris and Deandra, since you guys are by the back, she kind of like stands up and like points down and makes eye contact with you.
Come forward.
I'm gonna look back at my brothers to see now if being pointed out, if their eyes are on me.
They do not deviate.
David, I don't think the whisper came through.
Have you whispered?
I got your back.
Even with all of us, we could not fight our way out here. We were surrounded.
Fight? I thought we were going to win the game. Okay. Totally different wavelengths.
I judge the expression on Ansel's face, which is to say, no real expression, at his daughter's apparent rudeness.
He's smiling. He looks almost as if he were sitting on a bench watching the children play in front of him in Fairwind. Very, like, unfocused, very just in the moment, happy.
I'll step forward.
Seeing Brassfur step forward, Corin will kind of walk beside him. Excuse me.
Come on. I don't bite. Come on.
Glarus will make his way up as well.
Sprocket's gonna do everything he can to just hide in the back. Like backpedal if he has to, all the way into the ranger line or whatever.
Yeah, you start to backpedal. And as you all come forward, she goes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one.
Sprock's a little shifty. He's listening though.
What's wrong? Are you afraid? You don't need to be afraid.
I said shifty. Afraid is. Some people don't like to be labeled in that way.
Deandra's hand is just going to tighten on Oris' shoulder, like, stop talking. Stop talking.
Oh.
Well,
Like, tiny little, like, almost like imperceptible shake of her head. And a silent warning.
usually, the proper response of one of a higher station to you is to meet them and bow. Is it not?
Glarus will bow.
Kind of look to Claros and say, I'm bowing, and just turn a very apparent and appalled look to Emblem and put a hand on him and kind of like in a gesture to like, don't need to do that.
A little opposite of what you were saying they were like, huh?
We have never bowed to the Faroans. They have never requested it.
But that doesn't make any sense. Because I'm better than you. Bring me the other one.
You are a child.
And somehow I'm still better than you. Does that make you angry?
No. I think
Good.
you are ignorant.
I think you're a little ignorant.
And these rangers in the back, including Deandra's brothers, begin pushing in like a ring again, like border collies coming through sheep and moving them. And the other residents of the town part and move like sheep. And they are going to try to grab you, Sprocket, by force and bring you forward.
I do my best to like kind of cause a scene, but I do look over to Etch and go like a little like a kind of moment and see if he can kind of just get off to the side while I willingly try to make a little bit of a scene, whatever, so they go after me and distract. So that Etch maybe can just hide low somewhere, but yeah, okay. I let him take me forward.
Okay. Yeah, you say that in, like, I think in Draconic, and nobody probably really understands what you're saying. Like, go, and Etch, like, you can tell that he's kind of, like, crouched back where you guys were hiding, and his scales, again, have come forward and moved out, and he looks like he wants to start tearing into these guys. But you tell him to stay back, and he adheres and moves back. And one of the guards... Do they see him? Let's see.
Ooh, a Triss roll.
And she's playing Etch, so she's against herself.
They do not see Etch, or they do not care. They, by both of your arms, grab you, and two of them just bring you forward, and then almost roughly just kind of like toss you forward into the kind of more forward area near the stairs here.
That's better. There's the sixth one that I was looking for. Why were you hiding?
I just don't know what's going on. I'm just
Well,
in the
that's
back,
okay. Because it's
Yeah.
my job to know what's going on. And it's your job to do what I say.
Perfect. You're doing great, lady.
Yay!
Thorin, who's like halfway through a bow, looks over at Braster and is just like, I'm confused. Am I bowing or no?
You really shouldn't need to. As he kind of kneels down to Sprock, as he knows him, kind of reaches a hand down to him. Please stand up. I'm so sorry for this.
What are you doing?
Lady Emblem,
So you know me.
was there a reason that you have brought the town together today in the court?
Oh! You're right! I almost forgot! I am Lady Emblem Farrowwind, caretaker of this domain, keeper of the lands, and shepherd to its people. I desire the names of those who would stay in my domain. It is my right as lady to know. So, who are you? I know that all of you are new here. I know that I don't know you very well, but I would very much like to. So what's your name? Please. I want to know.
Is he coughing or laughing?
No, that's his name.
That's Sprock. That's Sprocket. He's been the one saying don't say it.
Oh, Sprocket in the back being like,
Yeah. That's his signal to the team. I'm Sprock.
Sprock.
Mm-hmm.
That's your full name?
Given to me by my parents.
Didn't your parents have a family name too?
Nope, I didn't have parents.
I guess goblins are raised different or whatever.
Yeah, he's squandering here, trying to figure out what he's supposed to do or not do.
As a matter of fact, goblins don't have a very long lifespan, do they? They die pretty quick.
He is gonna look very sullen at that.
Well, that's one down that I don't have to worry about as much. What about you?
And she points at Brassfur.
You seem to be a little bit agitated. So I think that you should tell me your name. Because if I know your name, then I can start making everything better for you. I can make you happy.
Lady Emblem, you know my name.
If a lady tells you to tell her something, you should do it. Do you not have any manners?
I know this is coming off as rude, Lady Emblem, but I think the most polite thing would be to speak with your father and end this event for the townspeople, because it is embarrassing. And I'm saying this for your sake, lady.
My father? My father? You mean this guy? Amir.
And Amir walks over. Yes, lady.
What is my father worth here?
Nothing, my lady.
Right. I think he needs to be taken down a peg, if you know what I mean.
And Amir kind of slowly inclines her head, walks around behind Ansel.
My name's Rin. I'm Rin. Hi, pleasure to meet you.
Rin?
Yeah.
And she holds her hand out to Amir.
And I'm Cal.
These don't sound like full names. These sound like nicknames.
Did you need my last name?
I would ever so much like it.
Yeah.
That way I can help you.
It's Cal, and then Vey, Vey.
They. What about you, girl?
Well, So my mom's a wood elf, but my dad's an air ganassi. So, normally air ganassi only take on a name that's like breeze or, like a single word that kind of encompasses their element. And, they're like sweat, like pouring down like the side of her face.
As you're speaking, she makes like a come hither motion, and the young maid comes over and holds out the bowl, and she just reaches in and takes this like fistful of cheese and meat and just begins like eating it. Part of like this grape that was in there smears along her face, and she just doesn't really mind it. She just looks at you, watches you.
Not like the tomato guy from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, she's like, well, normally, Ganassi only have one name, and, my mom is an elf, so to kind of keep both traditions, I took an elvish name, but only the one name, so I'm just Ren.
That doesn't sound very useful to me.
It's really easy to remember, so it's actually pretty useful.
Yeah, but there are a ton of other people named Rin. How about this? What's your mom and dad's name?
Just the audible gulp.
Because I suppose Rin, daughter of whoever, is pretty direct. Right?
Yep. Rin, daughter of Tempest.
Is that your dad or your mom?
Kind of gives her a look like when you think, sort of, that's my dad.
And your mom?
Oh, I thought you just, Lenora?
You're not lying to me, are you?
Nope.
Cross your heart and hope to die?
I don't really want to die.
What about you?
And she points to Oris.
You've been quiet. So have you.
And she looks at you, Deandra.
Neither of you really bowed either. Making a kind of bad impression.
My back is hurt. She'll offer like a slight nod of the head. My name is Deandra. No, last name, we dropped those when we joined the Order.
The Order? The Order of what?
Lycus?
Interesting. And you? Small one?
I bow, my lady. And I'll do a deep, uncouth bow. Very unpracticed. I've never bowed before. Is it
I'm
this
your
okay?
first bow?
Yeah.
Isn't that great, Ansel?
And the Lord, just smiling, nods. I'm so proud of you, Emblem.
How are his words?
Honest. Honest, but lost. Detached. She kind of takes the handful of food and puts it back in the bowl. Kind of starts licking her fingers.
Did you forget your name?
Oh, me, no. See, I was still, sorry. I'm just, family above all else is important. So,
You
what did you
all
mean?
talk so much. Jeez. You know, when someone asks you a question, especially somebody who's above you, you should answer them first. Come on. Did you grow up in a bush?
No, more of a hovel.
Hey, Mr. Hovel. When you were pushed out of your mother's stupid, ugly cunt, what did she call you?
Her dearest.
Oh, okay.
Just I'm not. Is this part of the game?
She reaches out and she hits the bowl out of Alice's hands. And the bowl tumbles to the floor, spilling the meat and cheese and fruits. And Alice kind of stands there with her hands out and doesn't really react to it.
Yeah, no, this isn't okay.
A game. You're right.
Yeah, it's
It
normal.
is a game.
Oh, it is a game.
Alice, pick it up.
And Alice walks methodically over and just begins picking everything up and putting it back in the bowl.
I'll step forward at this moment and begin helping her to pick the things off the floor.
Before you can.
No. Not your job. You weren't given that task. Amir. If he moves to help again, demonstrate our point, okay?
And Amir just gives a very curt nod. Alice continues picking up the fruit.
Let her do what I told her to do. Nobody takes jobs away from other people. Everybody has to work to make sure what I say happens. And I know the best way to do that.
There's a few moments and Alice finishes picking up the food and kind of picks up the bowl.
Clean the floor.
And Alice stands for a moment and then puts the bowl down and starts taking a cloth off of her waist.
No, not like that.
With your face. And Alice stops with the cloth, drops the cloth, and gets down on her hands and knees and begins to lick the floor like a dog.
Oh my God.
Good. See? This is how things are supposed to work here. So, maybe we should get back on track. Does anybody else have a name that they want to offer up to make this a little bit easier?
I think that was all of us.
No. It wasn't. Him,
And she points to Brasfer,
and him
and she points to Oris.
haven't given me anything other than great long words and stupid bullshit excuses.
The beauty of your town has reached my ears. It would be unjust to not give a name. My apologies. Oris Hoffel.
There. Was that so hard? Clearly it was. Now,
She looks at Brasfer.
you know me, but you don't. And the way that you used to talk to me isn't gonna fly anymore. Like a dog, when I say speak, you're going to bark. And that's how things are gonna work around here now. Am I gonna need to ask again?
I would like to lean into Brasfer, look around us, and say, friend, now may not be the time to push this. Maybe we should reconvene. There's obviously something
He'll put
going
a
on.
hand up to you and nod and just. When you asked for my name, I figured that you would remember me. Brasfer
Speech?
Farrowwind, the name I was given when I was brought into the service of this manor.
I see. You all made this so much harder than it needs to be. Sometimes I wonder if bringing in people is useful at all.
I'm happy to go if you don't think we're useful. I'm just gonna. You say the words.
I think that's a good idea. You guys really got under my skin. So, if you get down on your hands and knees and you bow to me, right, then I open the doors and you all walk out. I promise.
And if we don't?
Then I suppose I'm going to have to make you familiar with what it looks like.
She raises her hand, and Amir, who has been waiting alongside Ansel, brings her leg up and brings the metal greave down on the back of his knee, and he falls forward onto his knees. And there is not so much a crack of the breaking of bone, but a crack of the leg being disjointed and being pushed forward. There is a slight intake of air, and he just simply falls forward and braces himself on the floor. But he looks up And he's still smiling.
Ugh.
That's what it is supposed to look like. I could show you on my mother, too, if you want. I could show you on any of them. I could show you on her. I could show you so she actually never stops bowing.
At the... Oh, I don't like that. At the threat of, like, other people, I think Deandra will just... She'll look at Oris and give a nod, and then, yeah, she'll bow.
1.
I will bow. Seems easy compared to the alternative in this moment.
2.
Yeah, the rules said to be we just don't have to say thank you, don't be rude. So Corin will also bow.
3.
Valeros is gonna wait for Brazier.
What did you say your name was?
Caleros.
Mm-mm. What did you say your
what
name?
did I say? Sorry, Cal.
Cal. Cal, if you wish to leave, you may bow as you please. I would understand, but I'm not leaving this place. In fact, I urge you to.
If you have time to talk, you might have time for another demonstration. Which one of them should go down? Mommy? Saravina? She's pretty old, you know. I don't know if she'd really recover from getting her leg knocked out from under her.
From the ground.
Maybe it would be easier to take the leg completely.
From the ground, Deandra's just gonna mutter, "Breast for later."
Lady Emblyn, I will not bow. I do not request to leave.
You won't bow.
You mentioned to bow would be to ask to leave this place. So I will not bow.
Amir?
And Amir is going to circle back in front of Emblyn.
Can I attempt to do something before anything happens?
Can try. What are you trying to do?
Oris bowed is just going to cough. And will you do a constitution save?
What is the spell?
Blindness, deafness.
Blindness, deafness. Okay. What is the save?
Con 14 is all.
You're casting this on Emblyn, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe it's blindness or deafness.
I'm going for
Which
blind.
one is it? Blindness? Okay. Okay. So you cough, you cast the spell, you feel the magic leave you. You look at Emblyn. And she sits and she is directing Amir. And then there is like a sheen, a reflection that is kind of like black that reflects off of her. And you see her father on his knees, on her side. There's suddenly a black mist that encompasses his face.
Damn.
Oh! That was naughty. Is that the way we want to play now? We can start playing that way if you want. I don't know how much you're gonna like it. But there is a lesson to be learned first.
And she looks at you, Brasfer, and she points at her mother, and Amir walks over to Elise, raises the back of her sword, and claps her.
Corn's gonna bounce up to her feet and just slap the princess in the face.
Okay.
And just be like, you have shit manners.
Roll an attack
You're
roll.
being nothing but a bitch.
Roll an attack roll.
The princess.
I wish that was a natural 20. That is
We're all gonna die.
oh yeah, probably, but I don't like bullies, and this has gone fucking far enough. 22.
22. Roll your damage, please.
She is not holding back. 6.
6 damage. Okay. As you raise your hand and strike out, again, there is this black flash across this child, and her mother's form, which is about to be clocked in the back of the head, moves in front, and you strike her mother across the face. And she kind of like loses her balance and tumbles. There is a magical interference that simply shifts her into your line of attack. And Emblem just... You're doing it for me! This is great!
You are a horrible, rotten little child.
This is when Rasser will take you by your shoulders and try to bring you back. He doesn't have the arm strength to do it if you really want to
No,
stay.
It's like that moment of like you've been pushing the dam down, and then it bursts, but then like it's like when a pot like boils over and you like put the lid back on it and it just kind of simmers back down. So she kind of like, you like pull back on her and she kind of like stays there for a moment and then just kind of like comes back with you.
Are we ready to play now?
Is the only exit the back door, or are there others?
Are there windows?
Are there windows?
Not windows.
Trap doors in the floor, maybe.
There are
Just killing the whole
stairs
town.
and doors, but the rangers are kind of strategically placed in the way.
And Triss strategically started us off at level 4 so we don't have fireball. Smart, honestly.
Smart. Yes. We're gonna have it at level
Burn
5.
them all.
Someone is. All the orphans, all the kids. We should just burn it all down
As,
and start over, actually. I don't like any of
as-
this.
As Breastfear, and then he's pulling him back, and things like Sprocket will step up and be like, I haven't bowed, I'm gonna bow, I'm bowing for everybody. And does a little like up down kind of bowing, multiple.
I think there's only 2 really now that we're waiting on.
Nope, I got him. The extra bows coming in. Hello. Trying to diffuse it.
It is my intention to stay and not to continue this performance. So if I must, he crosses his hand to his chest and gives a polite bow.
All the way down.
Bows further.
Down.
He'll go to his knees.
I think the last one now is Caleris.
That's Cal.
Cal.
Use his proper name.
She kind of looks over at you.
Oh, yes, me. How about
Properly.
I'll bow further.
This was a great first introduction. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of things to be learned. You weren't very honest with me, but I'm tired, and we'll get there at some point. Meeting adjourned. And she leans back in the chair, and you hear the doors opening, and the townspeople begin filing out.
Where do the rangers go?
They are currently waiting for you all to leave.
Okay. Never mind. I will.
Just
Yeah. As Deandra leaves, she'll glance at her brothers like one last time if they're gonna make eye contact with her. And
They don't.
I know they don't. And then she'll keep going. As to not show anybody that she knows them.
All right, you whore. Get off the floor.
And Alice picks up the bowl, and walks back over to the back. Does everyone leave? Does anybody stay? I think there's one person specifically that I'm seeing, but let me know.
I'm just going to take the moment to look at Ansel and Elise and the maids as well, just to see visibly if they're hurt.
Ansel has not gotten up since he was knocked down. There is a bruise kind of forming on the side of Elise's cheek where she was struck by Corin, but she has gotten back up and has gone back to her place on the left side and is still smiling.
Whose leg was broken?
Ansel, her father. It wasn't broken. It was just... It sounded like something popped out of place.
Like dislocated.
I'm sorry.
Can I look at his leg?
You think I don't know how to take care of my people?
No, you're right.
That's right.
Mm,
I'm right. Get out. I'm tired of you.
Where do guests... I thought they stayed here.
At the inn. In a house. Make some friends. You're part of the domain now. You're part of the flock. So get comfy.
I will. I have a feeling I'll be here for a while.
You're right. You'll be here forever.
I'll walk out.
I think Corin kind of starts walking towards the door and then stops and kind of looks over her shoulder at Brasfer. Just kind of waits. Doesn't really want to leave him alone in the room with this rotten, horrible little child. Yeah.
I think Brasfer is on the floor, and after looking at the Lord and Lady, kind of looks down back at the floor and just trying to keep his emotions in check. You can feel the headache coming on. He just balls up his fists on the floor, then lets it go, and then pushes up and back onto his feet. Clearly the last person to stand after this exchange. Looks to Imblin with just a hurt expression, and then turns to leave.
Does anybody stay? Okay. As you're on the way out, Brassfur, you hear another.
Oh yeah. Make sure you take care of the thing in the fucking back, please. I am tired of hearing it sprinkling and sparkling and whatever the fuck it's doing. Get rid of it. Tired of listening to it. Take it out to the pen. You know the one.
And you hear, yes, Lady Emblem. And two of the rangers walk out with you guys. In fact, most of the rangers do walk out and close the doors behind all of you guys. And just to get us kind of where we're going next, you guys are all pushed out of the manor. The doors close behind you. There is like almost like a resonating latch mechanism that doesn't sound physical. It almost sounds magical in nature. And these two rangers come around from the back and begin walking down the stairs, holding a wooden cage of some sort. And from within the cage, all of you hear, please, please, you don't want to do this. Help me, please, help me. The same voice that all of you heard at least once from the papers that you picked up before.
Oh.
And that is where we are going to end our first session. Here's your ending.
Of course.
Damn.
Yeah.
I fucking hate her already.
I hate
Yeah, what a
My
shitty
God.
little
every
child.
kid we meet in D&D is a shithead. What is this pattern?
I'm like,
Of all the kids we meet, being
I'm-
absolute assholes.
I'm like sitting there and I'm like, man, if I was playing Zelness, this would be going a lot differently.
Great job, Chris. That was a lot of fun.
Chris, oh my god.
I will give you mad props on like the same reason we hate Joffrey from Game of Thrones and whatever.
Oh
like,
my god.
the people that
yeah.
play the kids that can just like fuck with your mind enough, like that was good.
Yes.
If you hated her, I did my job. So
Yeah.
She's a bitch.
Oh,
Bilbo hates
you
her.
did your job twice over or some shit because I really fucking hate her.
I hated
If
that
anybody
whole
was in the
moment.
chat when you said the line about the cunt, the amount of messages that showed up in the chat, I was like, don't look at it, don't look at it. That's crazy. What a bitch!
Yep, you were right when you said I would make a character that was close to the family. I was gonna get hurt for it, so here we are. Oh man.
I don't know how long you guys are going to be here, but hopefully you enjoy your time.
No,
Probably
I don't
not,
like to see
but,
that
you know.
at all.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling it's going to
Yeah.
be for a long time.
Some might say forever.
3-4 days max.
Probably.
I don't
Oh,
have
shit,
enough.
okay.
I don't have enough PTO to cover any more than that, so.
That was only approved.
So good during the game. You didn't disturb me aside from one time. That was very good.
Aw.
Fucking feed me. I don't give a shit. Feed me.
Did you have a good time
Hey.
too?
It looks like Etch.
It's Etch!
Every time you have Etch talk, you gotta grab Nebraska's face and be like,
Yeah, that's how we'll know you're speaking. That's your sign.
I think you guys all did a really good job jumping in where you wanted to. just a reminder that you can do that anytime. So if you guys feel like you want to do something, you can stop me. You can jump in. And obviously, if something's happening in the moment, like I did today, I will interrupt you to overstep you. But other than that, like if you want to try, please go for it.
If you want to try.
Try.
You wanna
Fuck yeah, I
try.
want to try.
Go for it.
Or know what he wanted to do in any of that moment. It was so not expected for him. He
What does
hated
it
all
feel
of it.
like, Dave? What does it feel
Yeah,
like?
Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave. What does it feel like?
Yeah,
Feel like not
sections
knowing
of
what you
this,
wanna do,
Dave.
I loved it and hated it.
Yeah. Isn't
How does
that
it feel to have the
crazy?
power taken away from you?
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm
So,
just
how do
giving
you
my
want us
opinion
to do notes, recaps? Anything special?
Do you want to do recaps like we did for the miniseries? Depends on how everybody feels.
Yeah, I more prefer what people feel.
So usually how we did it for the miniseries was that we would roll and whoever gets lowest does the recap for the next week. And we were very extra when we did it. I don't know if you guys sat in on the beginning, but we would like, we wrote down like, we would write full on like huge things. So it's up to you, obviously, how much you write. From character's perspective, it was like a journal entry, more or less.
It also depends on how many sessions this is going to be, or else everybody might not get a chance.
Oh, baby. I think we'll be okay.
Oh. Ah! I didn't like how she said that. We barely got through the intro. It took us 4 hours.
I know.
2.5
I very
hours.
much did not want to hear exactly what she just said. Yeah.
I loved it. Oh, recently
Honestly,
I
though-
have a bet in the side chat already going about how many sessions
Yeah.
it's going to be. That's
So
great.
there are objectives to put it in a very broad sense. There are 5 objectives that will need to happen somehow. It's gonna take you guys a
Yeah,
bit.
this is gonna be more than 4.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is
And
I
I-
need to make
like-
a character playlist now for Dandruff, because I haven't done that.
Well,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the point of
speaking
going
of which.
half-assed?
This feels like I should.
I'll say
Like-
this though, your choice of music, even right now, as we're like talking shit about it, like this is getting me going. Like this is like
I
you're in my
am
head
a
right now.
I am a music head, so if you can rely on me for one thing, it is that I am planning for the music for the scene.
I ordered a
Yeah,
new
I
pipe
heard
and
this
wooden
one and I
dice
was like,
today.
You have what?
I ordered a wooden pipe and wooden dice.
Pipe?
he's gonna smoke.
Like playing.
you have props.
Yeah.
Yay. I felt
We
this
love
was
that.
going to be
Forest is
long,
so
and I was like, oh. I told myself I don't need dice.
I
don't-
told you
don't-
guys that I had no projected finish for this game. And even Chris, when you were like, well, it's gonna be a one-shot, I'm like, no.
No,
I
I knew it wasn't gonna be a fucking one shot.
well
Yeah.
yeah, but I
It's
did
never
not
a
even
one-shot.
go I
It's
did
never a
not go into
one-shot.
this even planning for it to be a one-shot. So we're gonna be here for a bit. Dave's gonna have tons of time to work on his campaign. I got you. So lean into it, have as much fun as you want. I'm not gonna push an agenda. You guys are gonna know, hopefully by the end of the next session, what it is that you guys need to do.
Yeah, kill the child.
Of course.
I killed the
Duh.
Kill the child, follow it to the Feywild, kill it there.
What are you sniffing? Can you stop?
I will tell you one thing. I am really happy that I took protection from evil and good in this exact moment
Why would you be
Mhm.
happy about that? What do you
because
mean?
it feels like the right move. That's why.
Why? Why would you think that?
Okay, real quick,
Or
Tris,
it
can I
doesn't
ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you use a voice mod for when you're talking as the girl, or no? That you like? I had to actually second guess it because you're amazing at that. I hated you so much in those moments. Like, it was insane.
You're really
Yay!
good at
Help
me
sucking.
too.
You can be a shitty child.
No,
Good job.
I legitimately had to. Yeah,
She
yeah.
she just takes her normal attitude and dials it down a couple
Yeah,
of
she takes what
years.
she wants to be and just lets it out in this moment.
See,
so there's
when
a place
at
to
your
vent it.
core you are a fucking evil child bitch, I guess it's just really easy to be an evil child bitch.
Also, Triss, giving us the rules of the Feywild at the beginning, and then being like, "Yeah, this chair, it's got an owl face on it." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Fuck this. You know what's really nice though? No, you don't know that yet. Never mind. We're streaming.
Yep.
It's
I suffered the court of air and darkness once. I will not do it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
No?
We get the slip of paper that has rules on it, and the first rule, I'm like, that looks familiar. Hate that.
That looks familiar.
Welcome back to the Feywild, bitches!
Before,
You never left.
I didn't like the ending.
Look, you two have experienced my Feywild. These fuckers
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, we have.
Hey.
Yeah, where's the fun part
I
where we
like
can whore our eye
this
color out or
fun
some shit?
part.
It's so funny
fun
because
part.
Dave at one point was talking about like, oh, you know, maybe I'll do it like in the Feywild, and I almost fucking said like, oh, like my game that I'm planning, and I was like, shut up. Not that you were going to find out within the first.
And the Feywild bitches.
Farron adjacent. Got it.
Emphasis on the Fey.
Yeah, apparently.
This Fey is running this bitch. That much we can see.
This fair.
This Fey.
This fair.
Topher's
If I
version
saw
of
the
Feywild.
princess.
My version of the Feywild.
Is it this bad?
It is now. Buckle up.
I don't think so.
Gets worse.
Yeah, no shit.
She was waiting for the answer.
Oh god!
You literally cannot. We
You
tried to do
genuinely
that.
cannot.
I want to go home.
Wait, aren't you home? Yeah.
Yeah. So
So like down the street and around the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
right
this
in
is
the
halfway
Central
through-
district, right there.
so you can see
That's
that
where
the
I live.
graveyard is raised up the top there, just to
I
give you
live in
guys
the rocks.
representation.
I live
Listen,
in
when-
racks.
I
No,
know.
When you started with the
live
intro,
over there in
Triss,
that
and it was
house.
like all dark and bled, and we're all dying and all the stuff, and like, I mean, I was like 4 minutes in, I was like, you know what? I want Foles back as our DM. Like, I'm okay with this. Like, it's okay.
No, please, she's too mean.
Please.
We're gonna step it up. We're gonna go darker and darker each time. Y'all are gonna be so.
Oh,
Please,
no.
please
Oh
don't.
shit.
Please, Dave, I can't.
Right,
No,
please
not
don't.
do that again, Dave.
I can't do it.
Please.
Hey, Pine. Let's unpack that. Your favorite childhood memory is climbing wood. Let's
That was so
have a conversation
great.
about some
Yeah, climbing wood, huh?
some deep
It's actually
deeply
not
packed
wood, believe it or
feelings,
not.
huh?
Yeah,
It's
it's the
more like-
fucking bone. It's the bones of children.
more like
We get it,
bears.
Triss. Shut up.
Bones of children.
No, it's more like bears, like polar bears.
Oh my god. Tris, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh my god.
A bit of bear on bear action, huh?
Tris, what the fuck, dude?
Bear naked.
He
wrong?
just named to wood. Bilbo, shut up. I don't know, I just pulled that out of my ass. In my
I bet
head,
you did.
Deandra just looked over at a tree and was like, I'm gonna talk about a tree because this man will not leave me alone.
Forrest made like
Yep.
17 childhood connections in that moment. Like, okay, so, all right, okay.
It's not
hold
at
on.
all.
Yep.
I mean, like, she definitely climbed trees, but it wasn't like, it was just a thing she did. It's definitely not
Yeah,
her
she
favorite
did.
memory. It was just like,
Yeah, she
what do you
did.
want from me, dude? I climbed a tree.
Has Deandra gone to therapy or only heard of it?
She's only.
I don't think
no.
she's even heard of it. I think she heard about it today.
She made it up today, if that's the
She made it up
case.
today. I said it and I was
Invented
like, are there therapists in this? And I was like, I don't know. Weird shit happens to people. There's probably someone they go to talk about it. Counseling? I don't know. Maybe that would
I
be a
mean,
better word.
It's probably just like a temple or something, right? Where you like go and talk to a priest and you're like, I have PTSD. And they're like, cure wounds.
And they're like, hey, funny, interesting fact about PTSD. So you have two hemispheres in your brain. No, I won't talk about this again. Poor Tris,
No,
it's
no,
actually
Pine,
got
not
an
again.
Earful about. It's really cool. I don't know why you guys didn't like that fact.
Because it wasn't a rock fact.
No. I have multiple facets, much like
Nope.
a rock.
Rocks are one-dimensional.
No. I have crystals that are not. They're faceted.
God, this is no longer a D&D stream. This is now a rock stream.
Oh yeah. I should end the stream. Yeah, everyone.
Oh, I thought I would answer questions.
Everyone go away.
Oh, for us or for the stream?
Well, the stream could ask us questions if they
Yeah,
wanted. I don't
stream
know if
ask
they
us
have any.
questions. Bilbo. He's the one that's in there.
Yeah, ask your favorite character their question.
Yeah, you can ask. And we all have names here on Pine's beautiful little stream, so you can ask people directly.
What's this song, Tris?
Oh, hell yeah.
Gus
It's
Gus
Into
wants
the
to know.
It's Into the Mist by Ivor. I will link it.
The ending theme. It's being
It is.
covered
When
by
I heard it, I was like, that's it.
I know how Topher feels because he's been quiet.
I like to listen. I'm really playing Caleros very he's very get the information. He's trying to figure things out. Plus he's the one that's been here, although very clouded during the time because of the alcohol. But he's noticed how the town's changed and the people have changed and you guys are all normal, which he hasn't seen in a while. So he's very much just taking a lot of information in, and I think that's rubbing off on me, Topher. Because now I'm just sitting here taking all the information. As you
I
guys
know.
are talking.
I'm just sitting there like
My
nodding and
character,
looking
my
around.
character is too stupid for this campaign.
My character's too smart for this campaign, which I fucking hated that.
Yeah, welcome to being a smart character in Triss's bullshit Feywild.
Ugh, not that smart.
There is no winning. There's only losers. Bilbo asks what's Deandra's number. Zach knows. Zach?
Oh, sure. Your number is.
Oh boy.
Oh, no, my phone number. Oh, you're gonna say 6. It's 6.
I know this one!
Yes, new! It's 6. What class is Chris?
Class are you, Chris?
You'll find out when I get to do stuff.
Oh, damn.
The point of asking questions is that you answer them.
I did answer it, just because you didn't
Hey,
answer.
Yeah,
it's a great guess.
that is a fantastic fucking guess.
I mean, you're close.
It is somebody who fights.
Oh, the fucking Tempest and Lenora drop. Like, fuck you.
Oh, that was a lie. That was
I
such
know.
a big lie.
Was it? What?
Wow, only one person really knows that was a lie, and it was the one you were talking to.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just tell her your names? Jeez. What's the worst that could happen?
Because
You
the
did.
piece of paper told us not to.
Because God said
It's her fault
no.
for misremembering.
He was
Because
totally down until everything started getting dark, and then he was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
What? Otherwise, he was about ready to lead with it. He's like, "I'm good."
This wasn't the tone of the campaign or the moment, but I was so close to being like, I'm Sprock. He's Et. Oh, not full name. Et. So Sprock Et.
Oh,
God.
Good times.
Zach, you're gonna be late for work. I gotta
Yep.
be the one that's on you.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh, cool, got it.
I
Stop
simply
at
will
10.
not go.
I'll not go until the stream ends.
Oh, I'll end it now.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I guess there's no more questions. Doesn't seem like there is.
Everyone say bye. Say bye to stream.
yeah, it seems like
See you
pretty
next
much
week,
everybody
friends. Back here, same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. I don't know.
Oh yes, Chris. There you go. Would it make you feel better if like all